Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I did not expect that host from me on Zach. Thank you very much. That is very much appreciated, especially since we're just about to start. So, very, very, very cool to have straight up everybody here. Makes my life a lot easier, especially from the beginning. As I've said, it's been a while since I've been casting, so we're going to be working a few things together on the stream. Technical issues may apply. Now, I hope everything is going to run well, but before we begin, let me tell you what we're going to be doing today. So, we're going to have Choboleague. This is going to be round of 16, Group C. We're going to have 4 players here. This is going to be White, Razz, Fischei, and AOT. I don't know what AOT stands for. Maybe we'll get that information in chat. We'll see. So, this is going to be a, well, best of 3. So, we're going to be starting with one of the sets. And we're going to continue from there. Why do I have 3 headsets? Why do some people have more than one pair of shoes? I guess because they want to. It's not a good idea to have 3 headsets, though. Yes, I know. I guess it's because I want to, but it's probably not the best thing. Anyway, less about me, and let's focus about the games today. So, first thing, I thought that we were going to be starting on a specific map. I think that's not the case. So, we're going to be moving to Neo Sulfid. I believe this is going to be our first game. And we're going to have, as a first set, we're going to have Razz versus White, I believe. Let me give a second just to confirm this. Alright. Yeah, there we go. So, this tournament in bracket stage, this is Choboleague. So this is based on not yet the bracket. If you look at the three groups that BSL has, you have 3 different sets of groups. So you have Pro League, Ghost League, and Choboleague. This would be the less competitive side of things. Let's call it this way. So games here probably are going to be more interesting from the point of view of what players are going to try to do, something that we don't see that often. I think this is a good. This is probably still a very interesting thing to do. Yes, BSL Choboleague basically. It's just like a, shortened way of saying that it's BSL, but I guess you're right. You're correct. Probably it should be stated better. However, I do believe it's relatively clear there. So just in case. So, I think that's enough about me or about anything that we're doing today. Let's focus into the first game. So we're going to be moving to the first one. I'm going to be starting there, and we're going to be switching scenes in just a second to get the first game going. Alright. There we go. So, let's see. Everything seems okay. Yep, everything seems okay. Perfect. Let's get into it. So, we're going to have, as the green Terran, Protoss. Not Terran, Protoss. It's going to be White at the bottom left location. And this is Neo Sulfid, so there's another one here at the top. And then we're going to have his opponent, Razz, as the brown Protoss at the bottom right location. So, first of all, let's of course make sure that we get to like a good understanding of what can we do in PvP in this map. This is a 3-player map, so scouting your opponent is a lot more easy, let's call it that way. So you're much more likely to find your opponent relatively quickly. This can also have has only a small entrance, as you can see here, to both of your naturals, and there is no high ground, so you have to take that into consideration as well. The case here is that there is a possibility for a 2-gate that can be pretty effective, especially because this is a very small entrance, but you don't have a ramp, so you don't have that fog of war kind of thing. But we'll see what the players want to do. Gateway first. So no strange things just so far. We do have a pretty high APM, both of these players. They want to warm up. They do want to be ready for when the game starts, and they both are scouting after the gateway. So, no too early scouts. This usually seems to be that they're fairly standardly safe. They're not as scared too much, because usually if you're a bit worried, you might want to go after the pylon. Both the pros are going to see each other, yes. Let's see. One will change direction straight away. The other one still wants to confirm. Okay, so Razz maybe missed a little bit, misreading there. You could probably already guess that your opponent is on the other side, but so far so good. And we have a 2-gate. Okay, so Razz is going to be going for the 2-gate. We do see that he's slowing down a little bit his probe production because of this. And we have a core and a gas from his opponent. So DM White is going to be going for the more standard and more aggressive coming from Razz. We have the 2 Zealots already coming up. He is getting attacked. Oh, the probe. White. Ow. That always hurts. That always hurts because that is always a moment when you don't know that you don't have a scouting anymore here, right? So you do know that 2 gates are coming, but you don't know when they're going to switch to something else. So that's not the best situation, but we do see that White is going to react with putting his own second gateway relatively quickly. He's got 1 Zealot, another Zealot coming. Fair enough. So his core is delayed slightly because he wanted to take the second gateway as soon as possible just to make sure that he doesn't die to a 2 gate. Fairly standard opening. I like it. I like it a lot. Probes still being produced, let's see, from both sides. Well, Razz is currently a bit stopped in probe production. This might be a problem later on. So we have to take a look later on the probe counts to see how many probes he produces while he's making this attack. So we do have the... Oh, a probe just died. I guess do another probe. So 2 Zealots here, 3, third coming up, and we have 2 Zealots. They're going to try to do some pressure. You're already losing too many of the shields. Doesn't look so good yet for Razz. Okay. He tries to attack. This probe is actually adding a lot of DPS. If you can rotate one of the Zealots later on, that's great. Let's see if he rotates the Zealot. Is he going to try to do it? It's a bit risky because the other Zealots could just run in. But yeah, this Zealot, look at that. Oh, already taking way so much damage. And yeah, seems like White is feeling safe. 2 Dragoons. He doesn't get range yet. He wants to have the Dragoons ASAP. Okay, fine. And his opponent is also finishing the core, a 3rd gateway. And he has actually not really dropped that much in pro production behind him, so that's fine. We're looking okay. We're looking okay. Really nice, by the way, from Razz is don't lose these Zealots needlessly. If you have more units, even if they are not as effective as, for example, Dragoons, having that extra amount of units makes the micro for your opponent quite more difficult. Obviously, at some level probably that is not the case, but at normal level that's actually pretty useful. So we have another 3 gateway here as well from White. So basically both players are... Ooh, wait, we have a cancel from a gateway? Okay, okay. So the gateway got cancelled here. And we got range. Maybe the reason why it was cancelled is because there was not enough money to start to continue piling production, range, at the same time production of units. But we do see, you can see here, money's kind of going up. Maybe it's going for a robotics? Yes. Okay, so Razz is going to go for the robotics. Now, this... I mean, if you don't go for a natural, this should be okay, I believe. Just because you can funnel everything through here, and you have... Because the Zealots are not going to be that useful against a 3-gate, right? With a 3-gate Dragoon push, it's going to be difficult. But if you can funnel everything through this choke, you might be able to survive while you're producing from 2 gates. It's difficult. Remember what I said about the fact that there is no ramps here? That makes it more difficult to hold, so you have to be really smart about this. Also bear in mind, okay, so it seems like White is going to be preparing also to get his natural, so he's not going to be aggressive, okay, with this 3-gate, which is interesting. Okay, now with robotics, yeah, we'd be worried about, you know, Dark Templars, but also just having Scout is a good idea. Having the Observer for scouting purposes, really great. I do wonder though, okay, so 3-gate Robo, 3-gate Robo. They basically went exactly the same thing eventually, but they just had a different way to getting there. Now let's look at what that means. Look at the amount of Dragoons here, and look at the amount of Dragoons here. See, this is where the problem really is. If you're here, these Dragoons can kill you, right? Because they can out-micro your units. Now, obviously, you'd want to save the Zealots and just use the Dragoons for the micro purposes, then have the Zealots later, but let's see how this goes. I don't like this idea from being outside here. I'm guessing White is a bit worried that maybe there's a lot more coming behind this, and he doesn't want to overcommit. Perfectly reasonable. As you can see, both players are not that far from each other in terms of probes, which is the interesting thing is Razz actually has gained a probe advantage, and it seems like both of them are not producing probes at this point. It's probably a mistake, but, you know, they are probably more focused on not dying right now, so understandably so. They're trying to produce something to keep themselves alive. This observer, the first one, is ready, and we don't have, I believe, an observer yet for White. It's only coming up now. So he can scout the entire army, which will tell him what he should be doing. I think right now he's okay with this. He should be fine. No, he might not be fine. I think he should be fine, right? Yeah, if you're attacking with everything, the thing is, now you're trading the Zealots for the Zealots and the Dragoons, and in this instance, you can see, this actually allows maybe Brown to hold. Nah, he's not gonna hold. There are no reinforcements coming in yet, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Barely. That one Dragoon is gonna fall, and now it's 3 against 1. Yeah, close. It could have gone better, honestly. It was close at this point. I believe that he could have held it, but yeah. With the additional Dragoons now, I don't think there's many ways that Razz... Yeah, no way of keeping your expansion. Oh, maybe. 1. He doesn't lose this Dragoon, so it's 4v4. If he gets another 2 Dragoons, he might be able to actually hold it. Okay. Ooh. You need to go now. You're gonna lose the Nexus otherwise. Just move them up here and shoot. Yeah. Move them and shoot. This is actually quite nerve-wracking. Is he gonna be able to hold? Yes. Okay, we're holding for now, but bear in mind there's another 3 Dragoons coming up, so this is going to be 5 against 3. 5? Question mark. Oh man, he's just gonna go for the Nexus, right? Ooh, yeah, okay. I'm pretty sure that's gonna be it. Because now, and especially now, you've also transferred probes. You lost a few probes as well, and you don't really have anything, right? Yeah, you have a Reaver coming up. No. Unfortunate. It was looking kind of equal for a moment there, but as soon as you realize that you're just fighting Dragoons against Dragoons, you have less Dragoons, and you're constantly having to go through your own entrance here. Like, White could have perfectly just put the Dragoons in a line here, right? And have the other Dragoons, as soon as they would walk, we would walk 1 by 1, 2 by 2, they would always get full salvos, because they would stop attacking the Nexus and automatically attack here. And you could even put the Zealot somewhere like very close here, so that it would take some of the shots of the Dragoons if they didn't like specifically aim a different Dragoon, which is a problem going through here. Like, there was a lot of opportunities there already for White to finish this off. And this was just Dragoons against Dragoons. If you have the Reaver ready, before you expand, if you go really quick with the Reaver, yes, you can somewhat do some kind of micro here, but in this instance, with the Zealots fighting in the middle, and the Dragoons, instead of walking up to the Dragoons and shooting them, but staying in the back. Yeah. So you have a Reaver now. The issue is that your opponent is also going to have a Reaver. You don't want to go... you don't want to... There's no reason. Like, just camp in here. You have an Observer as well? Yeah. Just fly in, see with the Observer. I'm far ahead. Just camp in here. You can even watch where the Reaver is with the Observer, so it doesn't, like, take a drop and does damage to you. And... you just continue macroing, you're pretty much fine. You can see that White is relatively smart about this. He doesn't want to like lose suddenly this amount of Dragoons and allow for a counter-attack from Razz. So, that's a pretty smart move, I like it. Okay, White is going to be checking here. Not sure why, but okay. Oh no, this seems like to be an anti-drop. And 1 Observer, 2 Observers, and a probe. Yep, just scouting everything. Pretty smart. I like this quite a lot, this way of saying, I'm just gonna really check if there's maybe like a hidden Nexus, because I'm guessing what DM White is thinking is, dude, you're not gonna win this, right? Like, I've won this, but maybe you have a hidden expansion. And this is actually a lot closer than I think, so pretty nice idea from DM White. And, okay, so it seems like you now want to gather all your army, right? And win, basically. Okay. Yeah. Alright. So, let's put it this way. It was a close game for a very long time, but suddenly 1, 2 small mistakes, one after another, in a mirror matchup when you're going Dragoons against Dragoons. That ain't good. That ain't good. So we're gonna have white coming up, one game up. I'm gonna go to the second game. All right. You see? There we go. Alright, second game is going to be on La Mancha. Fair enough. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. So let's go to the second game. Wait. Well, give me a second. I am supposed to go to the second game, but my beautiful StarCraft Brood War game has decided to, whoa, completely freeze everything. Okay, hold up. Ooh. Shouldn't take much. It shouldn't take long to fix it. So basically, the game just crashed completely, which I hope it doesn't mean that the replay is bad. So sometimes that can happen. Like you can have a bad replay or something like that, and then the game crashes. I hope this is just like, you know, a one instance thing. Let's see about that. Alright. Again, let's get everything set up and see if it works now. Alright, again. So La Mancha. Alright, let's... Is it gonna work? It's not gonna work. We got it working, boys. Alright. So, now, let's get back to the game. And really quickly, we're going to modify... the map is going to be La Mancha, and the score is going to be... Let me see to get it right. Nope. Alright, there we go. And there we go. So, it's going to be on La Mancha. And white is going to be one game up against his opponent, Razz. So, La Mancha, much bigger map. I haven't played this map too much, so I'm not really sure how it looks. But what we can see right away, their cross position, and this is a fairly big map. If I remember correctly, this has a relatively big area in the middle that is a high ground, which means to go to your opponent, you'd have to go through it. That means that tactical play is going to be allowing you to do something at the beginning of the game. Probably not much else. Just going into something like 3-gate, 4-gate guns shouldn't really be that good here. But let's see. So we've got white at the bottom right location as the... Is this white? I'm a bit colorblind, by the way, so I hope that... I think this is white. So in the white color. And then Razz, as his opponent, is the green Protoss at the top left. Okay, so we see gateway first, gateway first. I do want to see if Razz is going to try to go 2 gates again, especially because I don't think in this map that is the best option, but we'll see. You do have a ramp to your natural in this case, so it is a bit wide of a ramp. It's not that small. I'm actually, in the normal graphics, I would be able to tell you exactly how many zealots you need to properly block this. I believe you might be able to get away with 2, but you would still be hit by 3. So I would say you can probably block with 2 zealots, maybe even 1. Not sure. Honestly, these new ramps in the HD graphics are much more difficult to guess. But we don't have a 2-gate here, and we don't have a 2-gate here. So we both players kind of prefer that style of going straight up to the core. We do have 1 zealot after that for white, and we do have a same thing, also a zealot after the core for Razz. So both players going for the same thing, same amount of probes. So no differences here. They're not cutting any probes. They're trying to produce as much economy as possible with just 1 gateway straight up, basically for defense. 1 zealot probably just to kill the probe as soon as possible. Although it is sometimes needed, you can proxy gateways in pretty much every map. I'm not sure exactly where you would proxy here. Maybe somewhere like here if you were Razz, because you have 2 possibilities to get it right. So, key point now is the probe scouting. Razz does get his probe into the main of white. And, yep, white gets his probe in the main of Razz. Both of them are controlling the probe pretty well for now, and it seems like the Dragoon is going to be coming out really soon, so we'll see any tech deviations probably after the probe dies. You can see both of them are controlling it properly, both of them are producing probes at the same time, probably. Oh, okay. This costs you 25 minerals if you cancel it. I do like doing it, but I'm not really sure that's worth it when the Zealot and the Dragoon are already out. I believe it's very close to... You end up pretty much equal to 0. If you let it finish, though... Okay. I don't like that now. Because it's gonna die really damn quickly. You just put 100 minerals into it, and we'll see exactly what that means for the economy of Razz in a minute. Because you didn't actually block that much in terms of the actual money. You can see there's one probe less. I think it was exactly the same. You can see now he's blocked, supply blocked, right? He needs to wait for the pylon to be made. Now we can make additional probes. I don't know. I think it's not worth it, but maybe I'm wrong. So let's see. We gotta get Robo first after the first gateway. Range, okay. We have range Robo. Again, great way to play in a map like this. Why? Because with the Robo, you are safe against something like a DT. If you go for a reverse and then you basically put your army here, it's very difficult to break this position, so you can relatively quickly take your natural, and then from there you can continue with something else. Razz is moving out with 2 Dragons and a Zealot. I would like him to go just with the Dragoons, because the Dragoons can just scout and run away. A Zealot, if it stays behind for some reason, nah, not that good. Okay. Still nothing from Razz, but we do see a commitment straight up for more aggression from White. So I'm assuming this is going to be for, yep, observers. And now the question is, what will Razz do? He's going to be going reverse. So we're going to see an interesting one. We're going to see how a 1 gateway and a reaver fares against 3 gates. And remember, there's an observer to take account into. So what I mean by this, if you just play 3 gates without robotics at all, you probably could squeeze obviously the 4th gate, but that means it's a lot easier to constantly produce from all of the gateways, never miss your pylons, because you're going to have a bit of too many minerals. You can expand, you know, if it's not going too well. With this, because you made the robo, because you're putting the gas into the observer, it's going to slow you down a little bit. You can see even an additional Zealot coming up. Okay, so that's a relatively big army right away. But remember, this army has to get to the other side of here. That's probably an additional, let's see, 1, maybe 2 units? No, 1.5 units of distance. Okay. Interestingly enough, okay, Razz is going to scout now the army. He's not going to scout that there is from here to here. I think he probably can guess that there is no nexus yet, because he saw, I think that probe could have seen that. He expands himself. Okay, nice. The river is coming up after that. Pretty good, I like it. I like this a lot. And we need an observer to scout after this, because this observer, you don't really want to let your opponent have vision over what you're doing. Going to reverse first is more of a defensive move, yes. And it seems like it's going to pay off, because White is basically saying, no, I'm attacking. So, okay, so he's getting an expansion and he's attacking. Fair enough. At this point you have this army, you might as well test the waters. You can still run away. This should not be broken. I don't think this position can be broken. And we can see here that this observer is going to scout this. I mean, you probably know there is reavers if you saw only this amount of gateways. So let's see. 2 Zealots coming forward and then the Dragoons. This should not work, but let's see. Nice shot, really nice shot. Nice shot. Oh, yeah, another shot. Oh, did you shoot on the back? Yeah, you shot on the back. Yeah, this should not work, right? Come on. Oh, I'm gonna look so stupid if it does work. Really? Wait, no, yeah, Dragoons are damaged. Like, you're okay, bro. Oh, you also took a lot of damage. Okay, it's barely defended. I really thought this would go much better. I think the main problem was that Reaver should have not gone for the for the Dragoons first. It should have killed the Zealots and maybe kept moving back. Also, by the way, key thing, guys, for all of you about, like out there, if you're not really sure about like your Reaver micro or you don't have a shuttle, get a battery. Get a battery. A battery on the fence here with a Reaver is like having 3 times your health pool with a well, okay, maybe not 3 times, but it's really good. Like if you're really not sure if you can hold something, batteries built quick, they're really good. Like people really don't use them in PvP, but actually, why am I telling you this, guys? I'm only making it harder for myself when I play against you. No, don't put batteries. Don't put batteries. Batteries bad. Blah blah. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway. Back to the game. 33 probes against 29 probes, so first economic check. It looks like economy-wise, we have a small lead for Razz. They're about the same on supply, pretty much about the same on probes. They're both producing probes. Importantly, if you're producing a lot of probes while you're still on the 1 base, as soon as you get on the 2nd base, you get a huge boost in income. But if you play slightly more aggressive with the amount of units that you're producing, and you don't constantly produce probes, you can see this is more or less what happens. You do have a decent probe saturation, but it's not massive, right? It's not really straight up, boom, the economy goes to the skies. That tends to help, although, again, it really depends on how aggressive you want to be with your units, so let's see. 4 gateways here, 3 gates, and now we do have reavers from this side as well. One, I think the observer is here, so no more scouting for white for the moment. This kind of hurts my soul. I don't know why. It just... Anyway, another gates. We can put some more gateways here. Oh, we do have speed for shuttle. Nice. This is really cool. In a map this big, when you're considering how do I get an edge over my opponent, having speed shuttles is really good, because if the army kills the shuttle here, by the time it gets here, you can probably produce another Reaver. Like, it's gonna be close. You will be close to getting it. So having something like speed shuttles for harassment in other maps can be a double-edged sword, because you can basically lose really expensive unit, straight up get killed. Here it shouldn't happen. Alright, let's see how many probes. No reaction just yet. Ooh, that's 1 shot. Oh. No, that's... No. Okay. This, by the way, is already worth it. You don't really need to stay here. Oh. Alright, get out. Come on. Like, just staying here makes... I get so stressed out when I see that shuttle just chilling there. Okay. We have additional gateways while this was going on, so really cool. Razz is keeping his pro production. He's adding, additional gateways. Does he have... Wow. +1 Citadel and Templar Archives are also coming up. He's also scouting the main of his opponent. His opponent is slightly panicking and starting to even add cannons, which is going to be fairly good. Okay. Oh, 1. Yeah, just get out. Like, at this point... Oh, are you going to... Wow, no, don't attack your own cannon. Don't attack your own cannon. It does happen. It happens to everybody, by the way. Okay. A lot of minerals you can see for Razz, but because he's doing this harassment and at the same time he's sort of continuing some of his production, he's actually up in supply. He has a decent, like, 9 probes more. That's a lot of probes more just on 2 bases when the amount is this low. The cannons aren't really going to cover you if the shuttle wants to do some damage. And seems like White is slightly... Yeah, he's slightly worried. He's trying to just go and win the game. He doesn't think that this straight up that the game is going to continue well in his favor if he just plays normally. This is 3 Reavers and quite a lot of army. Nice to get out so that you don't get choked in against the opponent's Reavers and the shuttles, but you do need to move the army properly out. There's a Templar there. Oh, I think this should be pretty much fine for Razz, because there is a lot of Zealots. Oh, the Reaver's not shooting. Ah, the pain. Come on, dude. Like, don't tell me. You should hold it, right? Yeah, it's gonna be really hard too. Oh, okay. So we're going for the probes. Oh, nice storm. Very nice storm. Okay, that's gonna probably... The Reaver is gonna fall. Yeah. Okay, now we're making an Archon. Are we making an Archon? Oh, man. I hate when that happens. Interestingly enough, the probes are still in favor of Razz. He's actually still ahead. Oh, nice pick, nice pick. Okay. This can still continue. 4 gates against 5 gates. Yeah, this is still gonna continue. Game's not done yet. Alright. Okay. So we do have an additional Dragoon Squadron coming up here, but yeah, like I thought for a second that Razz was just dead. Like I was looking at this thinking, no, he's dead, right? And no, like barely, but he survives. So he's down now 1 probe, but he has Storm, right? His opponent has only Dragoons. Now, leave the Reaver, take the High Templar. Come on, dude. Like, just use the speed shuttle. Oh no, he's just gonna go for the third. Fair enough. Both players going for the third. This is a lot of tech, by the way, from Razz. He has... See, you can see White has been a big issue with his economy. He has way too much gas that he's not spending on anything, because I believe he doesn't... He has a Templar Archives. Is he making... He's not making High Templars. Ooh. And 1DT here. That's really a big issue. Later, mid-game, late-game, you want to have Zealot Archon mostly. You do want to have a few Dragoons, but you mostly want to have Zealot Archon. And Storm, obviously. But so, yeah, the army composition right now heavily favors Razz. They're about at the same supply. You can see even in the probe count, right? They're also taking the thirds at the same time. But just the type of army that both of them have, and +1 also is done for Razz at this moment, while for White is not yet. And there's going to be a little bit of time before it's ready. Is he getting High Templars? Yes, okay, he's getting High Templars now. So, maybe, you know, maybe this can still continue fairly equal. Both of them are getting the third base. The third base is ready for White. A bit low for the probe count for both of them again, but you can sort of manage with 45 on 2 bases. Basically, you're already running dry on the main and the natural, so yeah, you can sort of get by. Alright, so when it comes to the upgrades, we have a second attack upgrade coming for Razz, and a double upgrade not yet done for White. Now, alright, 2 more Archons, 3 Archons. Nice. Whoa! Whoa, that didn't kill a single probe? Oh, maybe, okay. He probably saw somehow here the shuttle, and that's why it didn't work. That would have been pretty good if he got the storm off, but at this point you already are splitting your workers here on 3 bases. This is not perfect. Anyway, let's see. Do we have any storms? We have Dark Templars for White, but we don't have any storms. We have 1, 2, 3 High Templars, and a high ground. Oh, okay. 1 storm. The Observer! If the Observer dies, we can't see the Dark Templars. Okay, it doesn't die. It doesn't die, but there's a lot of Archons here. And the high ground is technically for White. That ain't good. That certainly ain't good. Nice storm, but that's very few units. Do you have another storm? You're gonna have one in a second. Okay. Barely, but no. And GG. Now, I do have to tell you, there is a small issue here. It seems like we had some incorrect information based on the replay numbers. There is one additional game, but that game was not properly named, so kind of the order got screwed up. We will see it, but obviously at this point you get the information of who wins and who doesn't. So, you know, just pretend you don't know. It's like let's call it an exercise in as a mind trick. Pretend you don't know. That's what we're gonna say. Unless, of course, the third game is not. No, there is a third game. Okay. So again, just a small mislabeling problem with the replays here. So nothing important. Let's just watch the game anyway, right? Okay. So let's go into it, and we're gonna have Razz against White again. And well, at this moment, let's leave it like that for the people who are joining us now. So we're gonna have, oh god, orange and yellow. Why do you guys do this to me? You know how hard it is to see these two colors for somebody who's slightly colorblind? Anyway, so we have Razz, top left, Monte Cristo. Oh, we should change the name though. It's not La Manche. It's, where is it? Monte Cristo. There we go. So we're gonna have Razz at the top left location on. Whoa. Okay. On Monte Cristo, and we're gonna have White, who's already doing something interesting, and by something interesting I mean trying to get a really quick win against his opponent in a nice way. At the bottom right location. So he knows where his opponent is. This is a two spawn map, and importantly, at the middle here, you have some neutral buildings that if you just try to rally your units straight from like your main to their main, it just like they just bug out. So he seems to not like the idea of playing in this map. Just going for proxy gateway. Let's see if it's one gateway or two gateways. This is 9. You can go 9 gateways. We'll see if it is. You can go one gateway too, but this will get scouted. Wait. Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's always a bit awkward when the probe of the enemy is coming and sees your two gateways in the front like this, you know, proxies. You always get that strange feeling. It's kind of like, oopsies. Like, you don't want to. It's not that that he knows. It's a bit like you feel like a little bit like you got caught. Like, you know, like when you were a small kid and you wanted to do something that you knew you shouldn't do, but your parents, you thought, I'm smarter than my parents and I can get away with it, and you never could. Okay. Well, this is interesting. So we got two gateways. So Razz is going 2 gates in his main. And I'm guessing this is going to be a gateway that's going to send zealots in here. That's what I'm guessing. Like, he's basically going to be constantly playing here and constantly trying to defend, right? And there's a pylon for probably a battery. Probably. And there's the gateway to send zealots right here. Okay. Cool. This is actually a pretty good game. See, good thing that we don't skip it. So let's see. I like this. I like this move by Razz a lot. Okay, so 2 zealots against 2 zealots in a probe. They don't want to fight here. 3 zealots. There's the battery. It's quite far away though, so you know he can still fight at the back here and be relatively fine. He could try to force a fight before the battery is done, but that's really risky, so it seems like he's just going to get a battery of his own. See, really quite interesting, really good idea. Like, okay, my opponent is going to have a battery, but he's going to have it back here. So if I put my battery here, I'm totally fine on this. Now, White might be thinking, well, I'm still in a good position, because there is a stalemate. But he doesn't know about this, and that's where the stalemate ends. That's where Razz should have an advantage. Okay. By the way, batteries do eat up a lot of energy really quickly if you have that many zealots. So, ooh, nice around here. He's actually winning this war, right? Now, tell me, do you know whose zealots are whose? Okay, I know now these are the ones that are going to this battery, but I can't tell. Alright, more zealots coming up. Who's more wounded? I think Razz has less zealots, but yeah, there are more. The more wounded zealots seem to be from his opponent. Oh, there we go. That's the zealot attacking the economy, and this is pretty much game over, because even if you have to like win this, the next zealot is going to make you continue to do this with the probes. So your economy is going to be guttered. I think Razz is sort of like implying that you do know that at this point this game is over, right? Anyway, oh, he actually loses one of the zealots and his opponent doesn't. Second battery, that's one of the ways to do it. More batteries. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Oh, second battery as well. Both of them are just powering on the zealots. This is just a zealot game, I think. Yep, just a zealot game. And here's an additional zealot. Oh, there is a cannon here, so that zealot will get through, but the next one, not so easily. Kills one of the zealots. I think Razz is barely winning this now. Yep, he got it. And now, if you lose this, these three, you're also probably going to start losing that. He's also now controlling the probes. Very smart by Razz, by the way. This whole move of getting this gateway is really good. You're not only taxing the multitasking of your opponent, you're forcing him to lose mining time to continue this. Like, better in mind, White could have sent one zealot back and be fine, right? But you have to send it from here, so you have to manually make it walk through all this way. You make that, it's not that easy. Alright, so you can see pretty much, okay, double the supply. And it seems like White is trying to get just cannons. Just get cannons and survive that way. Whoa, it didn't connect, it didn't hit him. I mean, even if you do, like, even if you manage to somehow maintain this, like, even if you put, like, you know, the core probably should just go here. At this point, you really need to survive. Even if you would manage to stop the attack, like, of Razz, if Razz sees this and is like, oh, okay, I'm not gonna attack, he can just expand twice if he wants to, and you don't have gateways. There's nothing he has to worry about at this point. So, he can attack, and in this case, he has enough. I was like, he's just gonna attack and he's gonna be fine. Then I look at the amount of health that the zealots have, and I'm like, is he? Like, if he attacks here and he loses all the zealots, this game's still going. He just runs through, and White is like, oh, shoot. Okay. Pretty cool. I gotta admit that this was really, really fun game to watch. I'm actually really happy we saw it. It's sad that it was not in the right order, but it was really enjoyable. Alright, so that means White wins the first set to 2-1, and he will be going to the winner's match. And then let's go to our second set, which is going to be fischei versus AOT. Now every time, or fischei is it? The thing is, ever since I remember that fischei, the guy who used to be the German player, was playing, every time I see fischei, I want to read it as fischei. I know it's wrong, but it's just so hard to read it differently for me. So sorry fischei, if I'm butchering your name. Okay. Anyway, let's go to the first game. So, our first game is going to be on Monte Cristo. Okay, fair enough. Everything's Gucci here, and we're gonna have fischei against AOT. So this is gonna be PVZ. By the way, everything's fine. You can check in chat. Anybody can confirm. Obviously, I need to change now to the game, and I need to change the players' names. But can you tell me if you see everything properly? If there is no lags or anything like that, just let me know. If you see anything that you think could be changed. Alright, so give me a second. Just gonna really quickly reset. Here are the things with the players, and that's gonna be fischei versus AOT. Alright. So let's see. So AOT is Art of Turtle. Probably could have wrote Art of Turtle. Whatever. We're running with this. This is how we're run. This is fine. So we're gonna have the red Zerg, Art of Turtle from Ash, Team Ash, at the top left location. So Zerg, cool. And his opponent is going to be the blue Protoss at the bottom right. Hero Monte Cristo. Red fischei. So Ash is red, but red is blue. Nice. This is why color name tags are a bit difficult when you say, because if I say red fischei and people are like, no, Art of Turtle is red, dude. That's not. But okay, fair. Let's go back. So to the game, we got a pylon at the front. I'm not really sure. I think this wall should be probably differently set up. I don't know on this map. Hydra Blast should not be that big of an issue here, just because you have the high ground. And we do have what it seems to be an overpull from Art of Turtle. Okay. Two-player map, so the probe can relatively easily try to deny some expansion here, although we do see two probes already going in there, so to make sure that that doesn't happen. Okay, that's fine. I like it. And we have Forge first. Can you get away with Cannon with Nexus first on a overpull here? School's finished now. Zerglings would be starting already, theoretically. Nah, probably not. It's a good question. So probably some of the better processes out there could tell me, like, if you could get away with it. So I'd be interested to know. Anyway, so now that we know that this is going to be a cannon first and third base first because the probe is blocking the natural. Okay, fair enough. No gas yet. Probe. So here's the first thing I want to see. How long is the probe going to be alive, and how much information is it going to get? Because this is really critical at the beginning. So he sees 6 Zerglings. So he should know that one cannon here. That's a nice wall. And so he needs a probe here. Wait, did he already lose the probe? Oh god, he already lost the probe. That's bad. You're now playing blind, dude. This is bad for red fischei. Like, it doesn't mean that he's going to lose at all, but the fact that he lost the probe is really annoying now. He's gonna go out with the second probe. Bear in mind the Overlord just straight up sees where it's going, so he can now try to intercept the probe, meaning more probes that you can sacrifice to the... This is why you need to keep the first probe alive. Like, at this point, you don't know what he's playing. You don't know if speed is about to kick in, and he's about to run you with 12 lanes through here, so you need to have probes in here. You don't know if he's going standard in this case, so this is really bad. This is just an extremely difficult position to play from as fischei, because now you don't want to overcommit, but you don't know if you're overcommitting or not. Okay, he's gonna get a probe out. This is pretty damn good. Speed is not done, and it's not being researched. So, okay, so now is being researched. Not sure if now is that important to have it, but hey, fine. You want to have it for later, maybe. And we do see the cinematic score, Stargate. Stargate is a bit delayed, but the most important thing for fischei is that he's going to check that the Zerg is actually just going straight up to a lair. If you didn't have this information, like, you need to add an additional cannon or 2 when you're pretty much halfway done to the Corsair or almost done, because you don't know if you're about to get completely destroyed. Like, it's really tricky to play with that information. Anyway, so we do have more drones being produced from out of Turtle, and Okay, fair, great. There's the spire for the Scourges. It's going to be really close. I think the Stargate was delayed a little bit, and because of that, probably by the time the Corsair arrives, which is still not being built, by the way, kind of a small tip. If you are playing this build, have your Stargate on a hotkey, and be sure to, as quickly as possible, start the Corsair. You really need that fast. Like, sure, now you might say, he did scout with the probe, right? You don't need the Corsair scout now, right? If he goes mutas with this, you might be really low on Corsairs. So, you might need additional cannons. You might want to actually put a Dragoon or two in production, just in case you have something extra. But okay. Whoa, that's a lot of drones. We have 29 drones. This is the 4th hatch. Okay. Where's the 5th hatch? There it is. So, very standard style of play. And it seems like fischei just wants to get an Overlord. Probably go back after this, right? That's pretty good. Pretty good idea. If he goes back. That's not a good idea. Now that you've shown where the Corsair is, and just going straight out there... okay, well, good enough. That should keep the Corsair safe. And there is a cannon being built. This is standard, by the way. When you're going this, you do need to have a cannon that will protect the Stargate. Otherwise, the Scourges just camp here, and any Corsair that comes out, bam. And he gets one of the Scourges, which is also good. But the Scourge is basically now only just scouting. So it's going to see that there is a Citadel. Okay. It doesn't see a Templar Archives. This is a bit of a dead giveaway. So the cool thing about the Scourge is that now he knows, oh, you're just going Zealot Speed +1 and Corsairs. So how do you stop that? Well, you can just mass, or even put Sunkens. You can just go Lurkers. If you go Lurkers with this army does nothing. The problem with going Lurkers is that if you have way too few Hydras, then these Corsairs can still find some damage. So, you know, you can straight up say, I'll just go mass Hydras and I'll be fine. Questionable. We don't know if you will be fine, we'll see. Because we do need a good SimCity or a good location for the Hydras to be able to defend themselves. Bear in mind that the distance between here and here is not that long, but this low ground might allow for the Zealots to do something. There we go, we're coming out. Oh, another interesting trick, if you want to do this kind of attack, take half of your Zealots and leave them here, and attack with only half. So the Zerglings will see only half of the Zealots and be like, I got this, and then you come with more. There's another tip there. Alright, so this is +1 Zealots against 0/0 Hydras. The Hydras are... yeah, this is enough Hydras plus the seconds. We're totally fine. We're fine, right? Nah, we're fine. Even if you lose the Hydras. You can lose the Hydras. What you don't want to lose is drones or Overlords, which you are kind of losing a few, but you're also getting some of the Corsairs, right? Right? Are you getting some of the Corsairs? No, you didn't. Well, I think you got one. This is still fine. The economy is untouched. 4 Corsairs is not really that problematic, even with a +1. Like, they can kill Overlords, but they don't kill them that quickly, so you're fine. 4 gateways after that. High Templars are being produced from 1 gate. Storm is being added. And we have +1 armor going in. Do we have a second forge? No. So, I don't think Protoss played this correctly. When you see this amount of army from the Zerg, when you're attacking, you want to back off and have the time of that going in and out to be the time when you are building up Storm, when you are building up gateways. Right now, it's going to be really tricky because you lost a lot of Zealots, and you don't have that many Corsairs actually. Maybe you can slow down. Oh, yeah. Oh, is he gonna? 1 HP. Okay, never mind. I was like, is he gonna survive with 1 HP? That would be cool. No. So now it's a difficult situation because the Zerg, if he knows that you're not going to be expanding, he really can just power up on 2 bases. He can get, you know, lurkers. It's gonna be really difficult for the Protoss now to actually do something. The only thing I see is that the Zerg is adding more drones. It's a 45 on 3 bases. Then losing some overlords. This is going to slow him down. Bear in mind that a lot of High Templars have been gathering energy at this point, and we're still losing overlords. This might work. If you do manage to slow down the Zerg enough with killing overlords, and at the same time you are mass producing, because this is 8 gates, so 8 gates is a lot of gateways. With this, though, you could even want to go with a second forge, but we just have 1. Yeah, it's like that's well, 3 Hydras for 1 High Templar. Not a terrible trade. Well, Zerg actually. Do we have more? Look, it's all zealots. All zealots. It's a lot of zealots, but imagine if the Zerg had a few lurkers, like, you're doing nothing with this. Also, even these gateways, these hatcheries have a relatively good position, but Storm can be much stronger with it. So we have 4 High Templars. They don't have the energy. 5 High Templars. Excuse me, 5 High Templars. 5 High Templars, but they don't have the energy upgrade. There's still a lot of storms. Dodging the storms kind of okay. That's not a dodge. That's not a dodge. Okay, kind of. And a lot more zealots streaming in. Is this gonna be... Oh, nice storm. Is this gonna be enough? Where are the rest of the Hydras? That's very few Hydras. But bear in mind, this army is now looking really small. Anywhere I look, it's like 1 Zealot, 1 High Templar, and a lot of... Yeah, no. Archon can't even go through there. He did kill a few drones here, so a good amount of drones was killed here, but I don't think that's enough. And this was an extremely big and expensive army to lose. While this you're expanding, but you're actually losing the entire fight, you're losing the entire army. Okay, the gateway is still in there. And it's not there anymore. Can you hold this now? I mean, against only Hydras, if you get a good storm, yes. It's possible. Unlikely, though. But it's oh, that hurts. That hurts my Templar soul. Oh, oh yeah, and it whiffs. Oh. Yeah. Kind of looks... Yeah. Happens to me, too, all the time. You think you're gonna win. And then... this happens. Oh, a shuttle. You need those. You need that army here now, bro. You don't have room for sending that to. He's like, nah, whatever. I'm fine. Oh, maybe he's fine. He's fine. Okay, so he doesn't need that. No, yeah, old school fischei. I don't know why I always think that, but. That's what I think. Okay, so we've got 3 zealots. Where did the High Templar go? Like, he probably kept the High Templar in defense and then just sent the zealots. Alright. Probably save the drones, but... So we do have a 3rd base actually established for the Protoss. I guess, well, if you do have that many gateways, you probably can rebuild relatively quickly. So, yeah, he lost a lot of army here, but probably he was microing behind this and he managed to continue. I am really surprised that the Zerg is just staying on Hydras. Like, just Hydras eventually are really bad, especially when the Protoss get their upgrades. Remember that Hydras do less... I think it's exactly half damage, so any armor upgrade you put is actually lowering 2 points the damage of the Hydras, so +2 is basically +1, right? Actually less, because this one already has base armor, so... And is that gonna be it? Not yet. Not yet. There's still a good amount of army coming up here from Turtle. Is there more storms? More storms? There's another storm here. Is he gonna storm? Yeah, he's gonna storm. I mean, the production of Hydras is really good. It's just barely enough to hold the Protoss. And you realistically lost one hatchery and some drones? The thing is, there's a big reinforcement wave coming up here. And this is +2 now. Okay, this might be it now. If you look at the fact that you have to first build... Yeah, you'd have to first build additional drones. Wait, there were drones dying somewhere else, right? Oh. Oh. Yeah, well, the thing about going for lurkers is, especially when you see your opponent having that many... what's it called? Having that many zealots, right? Because the spikes not only do AoE damage, they don't have that lower damage on the zealot, so that's already huge. And on top of that, you also get the additional plus that they obviously AoE. So yeah, I guess a lot of zealots. It's always a lot harder to do though. So anyway, fair enough. So Fischei is going to take the first one. I actually thought he was dead like twice in this game, but this was based on my experience. So I guess we could say Fischei knows better than I do. Alright, so let's go to game number 2. It's going to be on Neosulfate. And we have Fischei 1 game up against Art of Turtle. Alright. Let's see what we get. Neosulfate. I don't like this map in general in PvZ, but let's see. Alright, so we need to change also the score for Mr. Nope. For Fischei. Why is it not working? There we go. So we're gonna have, let's see. So we got Art of Turtle as the orange Zerg at the 12 o'clock position. So top middle, and then we're gonna have Red Fischei as the. What is this color? I don't know what is this color. I think this is white. I know it's not, but I just call it cream. White. This is white. At the this would be what, like 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, right? 8 o'clock position, or bottom left on Neosulfate. So he's Fischei is going to start with a pylon at the front, not changing anything here. Okay. So we're gonna go with that. Oh, he did scout already the Overlord, and the Overlord did scout him. So obviously now Art of Turtle knows he's gonna have a difficult time if he wants to take his natural really quickly. And it seems he's going to be going for Overpull again. So he likes this, it seems. It does force the Forge to be quick, because otherwise you might just straight up die to Zerglings. And because the Overlord is going to be over here, if you were to put the Nexus first, it's just like, okay, Art of Turtle knows exactly how much time he has to kill you. Alright, so we got a Forge, fairly forward. You have, your kind of row for cannons here. So there's your row for cannons, if you need it. Obviously this is unbuildable terrain. You can fit another gateway like... wait, if you put a gateway here... No, it doesn't touch the top, right? I think it doesn't. We'll see. I don't think it does. Okay, so we got natural. And a bit of harassment from the probe. Without having a Zealot, I'm not really sure that that's even worth it. Like, it's better to just scout around and make your build as crisp as possible. But maybe it's worth it. I don't know. So, so we see 2 Zerglings and more drones. So obviously you need 1 cannon for this. Keeping the probe alive is very important, so you can keep tabs on when the gas is taken and if there are more zerglings. That's the first immediate concept. And for the zerg, you just have these big ass flying things that just can see everything, so why bother, right? You don't need to micro. You just put it over there and you see everything. That's not bias, by the way. Those are facts. Okay? But I'm a Protoss player, but that has nothing to do with that. So, okay, the probe is being controlled pretty well. You can see it recharged pretty much full shields. We're going to see gas is taken, but is not yet mined. Alright, there we go. Alright, and third base. Alright, nice. Like it. Gateway after the one cannon. As long as the probe is alive and you can still keep tabs that there is only 2 Zerglings, you don't really need anything else. You don't even need a Zealot. You can straight up go for the core. Yep. And you're not building the Zealot. Now, once you have the probe here, though, this becomes a bit more dangerous. Because right now, you don't know what's coming from these eggs. Like, and there is one link on this probe. You could perfectly fine just make like 6 Zerglings, 10 Zerglings, put them here, right? And then you see, oh, the probe goes in. You wait, and the links go in. Yeah, I know, it's way too overthinking it. I'm overthinking it. I just really, really don't trust Zergs. So, he takes the layer. He knows that the layer is coming. It's not a Hydra all-in or something like that. The probe is still alive. Very nice. He can see still drones being produced. And, whoop, no, probe's still alive. Core is done. Is he going to go for... Okay, the Stargate. Again, slightly delayed, all things considered, that the core was already done, but fine. We're fine because we already scouted all that we needed. Oh, 2 HP. Is it gonna manage to get another turn around here? Alright. There's the Spire. Okay, more drones. So he's trying to kind of hide the Spire to make it harder. Okay, so the Protoss sees this, but doesn't see the Spire, doesn't see the Hydra Den, so he doesn't really know, right? He's sending one Zealot all around here, trying to get some damage in here. He did see only 2 Zerglings, so even slowing down the economy here, 1, 2, yeah, it doesn't get a drone, but the fact that drones have to go, you know, out of here, that's already worth it. Do we have more links? Yeah, we do have more links, so Out of Total did read this correctly. He does have speed also. This Zealot is going to try to find a good location to fight. It's fine, I guess. It's not the best, but what are you going to do with it? This did buy actually quite a lot of time for the drones. You know, they have to go in and back, so that's pretty good. +1 attack coming from the Protoss. We do have a Citadel and an additional 2 gateways. Now we have 1 Corsair only. Second gas being taken now by Out of Turtle, so I don't believe this is going to be for Mutas, because that's a little bit late. We also have, once you see the Evo, once you see the additional hatcheries, obviously no Mutas. There's not enough cash for that. You're not going to make 2 Mutas. So, okay, so this is going to be pretty much very similar to the previous game. However, this is a bit of a different map. That's something to consider. And is the Corsair gonna die to the Scourges? Where are the Scourges, though? What the hell? Hello? Hello? That was... You were never gonna get that. Okay. That was weird. But okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3 gates with +1. Speed again. But this time, no +1 of the Corsairs and no additional Corsairs. So we lost 1 Corsair, right? We're not building more Corsairs. The Zerg knows we're not building more Corsairs. Sorry, this is 4 gate. Mutas. Like, if the Zerg sees this, he's like, he should go Mutas. He should not go Hydras now. Like, sorry, this should be a dead giveaway to go Mutas. But he's not. Okay. I mean, I guess protecting against this amount of Zealots with like 4 Mutas is not gonna do you much good, so... maybe not a bad idea, but just like a sunken or two in, you know, here, and then Mutas, I think that would be pretty much game over. No Coursers, just Zealots. Anyway, so let's see. This is a kind of a difficult place to attack because of the hatcheries. Yeah, the hatcheries are creating. Look at this. Ooh, this is not a good angle. Just go. Getting a good surround now, but that's a lot of Zealots taking a lot of damage already. Okay, 1 and 2 and 2. So far so good. 2 drones is not that bad. Okay. We're holding. And we don't have anything here. Just Hydras and drones. More upgrades, and you know that you're panicking when everything is going like, oh shit, and then suddenly you look at it, there's like a Hydra here, and you're like, yes, that's not what was supposed to happen. and another one. Okay, so the first attack was completely stopped, so this seems to be completely fine. It's like yes, a little bit of drone damage was taken, but honestly, after losing that many Zealots and not having any Corsairs, this is perfectly fine. Like the Zerg can only focus now on defending like 2 positions, and just there's no drops, there's no Corsairs flying around here. He can produce whatever he wants in any of the hatcheries. And we're still losing. Is this a broken replay? Huh. Is this a broken replay? Don't tell me it could be. Like I don't see any reason why you would send 3 Zealots there. That's why I'm thinking that it could be broken. But it doesn't seem like it. Additional gateways now. Storm. No, it doesn't. No, it's not broken. Okay. Kaidarian Amulet now, which means Storm should be finished. Which means Zerg should not be able to break this. Oh, but there's only 3 cannons. You can bait the storms one after another, and still win this, I think. Yeah. Kind of. But look at how many storms went down there. That was a lot of storms. And yes, it killed it. There we go. Lurkers. And do we have a observatory? Not yet. We do have drops though. Okay. Okay. But bear in mind, like, this is going to be really hard to break now. Oh my god. Look at that drone saturation. Dude, that's a... How many drones does he have? 49? That's a lot of... This is not that big, but look at that saturation. That's really good saturation. Okay, so now you need the observer before you can get out. Then you need to find a way to get out, because getting out is not going to be that easy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7, because this one is going to go down. So 7 gates. Wait, did I count correctly? 4? Yeah. Alright, it's going to be 8, and there is the drop. Just 1 DT. Here's the problem. This could be really good if you are pushing out at the same time. Because as you're pushing out and the Zerg is trying to stop you from pushing out, the DT can kill pretty much the entire economy line. But if you send it now, there is a good chance that the Zerg will produce at some point and react. Let's see if the moment that the larva is being spent, nothing is happening here yet. Oh, okay. So he's gonna try to time it. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so now that this is happening, is the DT going in? Yes, nice, well timed. Observer goes down, and oh, the DT got stuck. Let's see. Yeah, you pretty much need to be completely breaking out. You need to force a lot of micro from Zerg for this to really work. It was a good try, though. It was a really good try from fischei. If Art of Turtle, for some reason, got slightly overzealous to protect this location, that could have really worked. Still, this does break the contain. The fact that he was on 2 places at the same time does break the contain. Now, we do have 4th base for the Zerg, and he actually has 58 drones. Damn. That's a lot of drones. You're higher than the Protoss now. And, oh. Just the Overlord here, snipe the Observer. That's a good defense. I don't think you're breaking this. It's too... You're breaking this, it's just too expensive. At this point, you need to take a third. You need to go back. Some misrally again, and it seems like... Okay, the DT finally got taken over, but... Oh, we lost a spawning pool because of that. You might want to get those Sunkens going, though. Okay, so this army is relatively big right now. It has enough storms, only 1 Archon. This is good while we don't have any Hive Tech. As soon as Hive Tech comes in, most of these dragons are kind of worthless. We do have the spawning pool being built up. Do we have... Whoa, what the hell? Okay, so we are going up here. But we're not building the Sunkens. Why are we not building Sunkens? Me no understando. Whatever. He's just like, nope, I'm just gonna counterattack. Okay. I mean, if you do kill the natural, I mean, it's 160 supply. It's kind of risky to do this, but it might just work. He's not killing this, bear in mind. So if he doesn't kill this, and he doesn't kill this, and he loses the army, it's 3 on 3 bases. +2 attack, 1-1. Oh, Dragoon's going forward. Is he gonna... Alright, that actually is working. He's winning on all fronts now. Because there's a lot of army here that just stayed. Yeah, I saw the damage on the gas, but that was like in the past, so I didn't. Yeah, that probably would have worked better if you did control the DT. Corona. Anyway, so he's gonna get the third now. Yeah, he should get the third now, and there is no minerals left here. Is he gonna get it though? He needs to get it. No, he's not gonna get it. Ah! You need to get that. If you get that, that's pretty much game. Because there's almost no money left here, and it's gonna take a long time to build another Nexus. Yeah, look at the Protoss, he's like, ah no, I'm not leaving this Nexus. I'm not leaving this Nexus at all. Nice. Double prong attack? Nope. The one thing though that this allows the Zerg to do is the Protoss has to stay here. You could be expanding again if you wanted to. No. Get out. Is he gonna attack now with this? No. He's continuing with this one. I mean, this is sort of... Is this... This is close. I'm not really sure. Like, this should work for the Protoss. Because he has enough army, right? He has enough army, he has the storms. And there's no more bases coming. Jeez, look at that hatch count. Anytime I am scared of looking at that location. That's how many hatches there are there. Alright, so that was the last cannon from this side. And we're losing more army from this side. High Templar. Oh! I mean, supplies have been pretty much at that point for a while now. There we go. And... Hydras. Go snipe. Go snipe! Now that he's running away, go snipe! Yeah, there they go. Yes, you're losing Hydras here, but... And that's it. And now you can continue fighting this all the time. You can just keep fighting with the Hydras against this all the time. And the Protoss is like going to fall apart because no income. Pretty good. I mean, the Protoss is sort of trying to do something, but I don't think he can. Like, you could probably just make Hydra Ling and be more. No, probably not, because the +1 is done and there is no cap. Yeah, there's no armor upgrade. So now Lings wouldn't be good. This is one of those games where you're like, just make some other units as well, just don't go Hydras. But Out of Turtle is like, nope, I just like my Hydras, and they do work. They do kill the Nexus, so I'm happy. Anyway, talking about running low, you know. Yeah, you know what? I mean, you still have 1,000 minerals in the bank, but look at that, just microing. Oh, nice, nice. No, Kedarkan. Nice. More High Templar. Ooh, nice storms here. This is actually really close. Like, the Zerg needs an Expo. He has the money for it for now, so that's like the money is there. He can get double expansions, in fact. But remember how many hatches he has? Like, if he overdoes the production of the Hydras at any point, that money is gone. I still think he wins. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay, that's game. Those three High Templars pretty much sealed the game, because now he has one High Templar, no storms. Yeah, that's game. Like, for a second there I thought that this can continue, but in small numbers, Protoss units are really not useful, are really not good against, like, see, that's one Storm for one High Templar for one, yeah, one High Templar for one Hydra. So, was a close one, like, okay, so don't get me wrong. The Zerg does win, but this was really close. Look at the amount of money that Out of Turtle has, right? Now look here, and look here. This was really, really, really close. He's gonna win this. But if a few more units didn't die from fischei, I'm not really sure what MMR these guys are. 11 BC2. That's a difficult name to say. I don't really know. You can check probably. You can just log in on Battle.net and just search for the names. I'm not going to do it while streaming, obviously. But I'm not really sure. The thing is, like, this was really close. Like, look, 4 minerals, 12 minerals. I cannot click that mineral. 12, 60, 100. This is like 400 minerals here. And yeah, he's taking an expansion right now. So I guess, you know, he would have another base, but basically, if Protoss would save this base, it would be around one full base versus 1/3 of a base. Pretty close. So I would say, interesting game from both players. I like this game. And that DT, by the way, yes, you are right. I did see that the gas was bleeding, basically, so it was attacked. But at that point, I sort of ignored it because it was already, you know, past the moment of that happening. So it could have been a lot better. It could have done a lot better. I think the way you would I think the way you would usually want to do it is you just right-click on the Fog of War, kind of in between the minerals and the hatchery, while you're attacking on the other side, right? So that way, it will automatically try to aim things that are close, that are moving. Yeah, you know. But anyway, so that's game number 2. This puts us in, excuse me, in 1-1 territory, and we're going to go to game number 3. Alright, so game number 3, gonna be on clay fields. Alright, let's do this. And give me a second, let's just change. But I didn't actually change the name of the map, but whatever. This is going to be clay fields, and we're going to have 1-1, right? Yeah, that should be fine. So we're going to have Art of Turtle as the purple Zerg at the top right location on clay fields, and his opponent is going to be red fischei at the bottom right location, orange Protoss. So okay, let me see what we can get from this location. And a scout. Okay, so scout is going in the right direction, and whoa, that's a really quick probe. No, it's fine. Okay, so natural pylon. Okay, fischei likes his fast expansions. It's kind of like the standard build way of playing today. And there's the overload. Let's see if it's overpull again from Art of Turtle. We're kind of reaching that point. Okay, good. Really quick scout from fischei. Yep. Again, overpull. So again, it's three times the same openings from these players. So they're just playing standard for their own style. Fischei is trying to do some damage to the drones. And on the other hand, there is the probe that should be going for a forge here, right? Nope, more in front. All right. Oh yeah, right. You don't want to. You don't want the forge that close, because then you put the gateway here, and then the pylon gets shot by the hydras. Yeah, obviously not. Smart catspaw. Smart catspaw. Anyway. So, forge, no gas yet. So, expansion first. There we go. Let's see. Let's see if the gas is taken or not, and let's see what fischei is going to be doing. We have a cannon at the top here. Zergling around by. Rup. Okay, but the gateway, once it goes here. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's good. So, third base now coming up from Art of Turtle, sending the drone slightly too early, but fair enough. No gas still yet. Oh, nice. So the two Zerglings are here on the ramp. They're not going to allow this probe to get up. The probe is going to see that this is a third base, so second hatchery build up, third hatchery, basically. So he knows, okay, even though I cannot get into the main, okay. See, this is the kind of thing. This is the kind of thing you really, really don't think should ever work. And when you're playing on ladders, somehow this never works. But then you are in a game like this, when it's 1-1, and you're like, you know what? Well, that's what I'm gonna do. And is it going to work? No! Okay. Oh. I mean, you get just cancel the cannons. What? That was no cancel, right? Oh man, he's in such. Oh, it's gonna be a Hydra bust. Damn. So this is going as bad as it can go. at this point. Like, you lose a pylon here, so that's already bad enough. I think he lost the 150 minerals from this. He lost the castle money from this. And everything back at home is going to be delayed. Look, now the core is being built. Oh my god. Wait, what? How? How? How did that happen? How was there like a group of links here and a pro just whee through? I'm sorry I missed that, but how? Well, not sure it matters though, because is he gonna get it? Okay. This is a really weird game. Like, getting that cannon should not happen. I don't know. Hard to understand what's going on. Although these kind of games do happen quite often. So, okay. So we have Hydras with speed. They're gonna get scouted now by the Zealot. I don't think that matters. Like, this was scouted, right? You know this is coming. That's not enough. This, where are you going? Yeah. Like, 2 cannons is just go. 2 cannons. Go, dude. I mean, whatever. He can kill him now, right? I'm not saying this wrong. Like, he could have just gone in. No, they're not gonna. These cannons are not gonna finish. Yeah. They are gonna finish. Okay. The Zealot didn't do any damage, I guess. Nope, 0 kills. I wasn't expecting it to do any damage because there's nowhere to go to do damage, and he's gonna just follow the army anyway. Yeah. I mean, this does happen quite a lot in games where you're trying to do something sneaky, you don't get it right, and then just a few Hydras just straight up kill you. So, seems like out of Turtle. Yeah, I mean, it seems like no. Like, yeah, there's nothing. Out of Turtle is going to be the one who wins the game and advances to the winners, not bracket, but the winner's side of the group, and is going to be facing against DM White. So, that's the next one we're gonna see. GG. Really weird game, I gotta say. Really weird game. But, okay. I was really thinking, this sort of like cannon rush on the third, this never happened. Does it work for any of you? No, I think, yeah, I know. It doesn't make any sense that he was not making any cannons. I agree with that. That was really weird. Like, the thing is, there were no Hydras at all when he scouted that, so maybe he was thinking, I can get away with just 2 cannons for a few seconds. Maybe half a minute? I don't know. It's like really weird, but it was a weird game. And like, how? First of all, you do a cannon rush. Okay, well, that's weird to do, but fine. Then somehow, magically, your pro gets to the main of the Zerg when he has like, what? He had like 10 Zerglings on the ramp. It's like, what? How? And then you see the Hydra build all in. Well, maybe not all in, but hard pressure, and you. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Let's go to the. Let's go to the next one. It's going to be, as I mentioned, Art of Turtle against DM White. So another PvC. So let's get to the first game and see how it goes. I'm actually interested to see. Like, I gotta admit though, Art of Turtle is kind of predictable in a best of 3 because he really likes to play Mass Hydra. So if you have that knowledge, you can do something about it. But we'll see. Yeah, I want to eat too, but I'll finish first the gas and then I'll eat. Alright. So, it's gonna be this game, and now let me change just the players and... Alright, so we're gonna have AOT against white, and this is going to be on Escalade, right? Escalade. And the score is not 1-1. Let's change that to, it's going to be 0-0. There we go. I think everything's fine. So, let's get back to the game. Okay, they're both white. One is Zerg, one is Protoss. You know the drill. I really can't tell. Like, I know there's a difference here. I just can't tell. I can't tell the difference between these two. So, we're going to have our turtle as the white Zerg at the top right, and we're going to have the white Protoss player called white at the bottom left of the map. Sorry. For some reason, my brain had a really hard time saying that. Anyway, so we're going to see Paladin at the front from the M-White. Scouting for both players is going to be on the wrong direction. And they're going to be cross positions. So, relatively high distance between them. However, you can go sort of through the middle. Like, you go through here. Like, you can go sort of through the middle. Bear in mind that through the middle there is actually like a ring, and then the entrance here. So there's like a lot of different avenues to work around here. Your army can get lost. That's what I'm basically trying to say. We're gonna have, seems like, another overpull here from Zerg. This time, however, because the Protoss didn't manage to scout the Zerg, he's gonna have to start with a forge first. He doesn't get yet to even the second natural. He's already making a cannon. Okay. The M-White's hiding his drone. Well, pretty smart move. And thanks to that, he gets his hatchery without any delays. Cool. Next point is... where you going? A bit early to try to scout for a third, I think, but okay. And we have 1, 2, 3... all drones? Wow. Usually you want at least one group of Zerglings to, like, kill the probe, right? Unless he's playing with the same colors as I see here, and he doesn't notice that there is a probe in his base. Shift tab, I can change that probably. Let me see. Wait, what? Yeah, it works. Yeah, thanks. Good idea. So out of turtle is going to be red, and BM white is going to be blue. Let's see. So the probe will scout the third now, right? Gas is going to be taken. Gas, pylon. There's no core yet. There's the gate. Let's see how quickly. Oh, okay. Second cannon. Second cannon as of scouting the third. Before he scouts how many lings he has, because he doesn't know what he could have missed. At this point, he doesn't know if there's another 6 lings here. Like, sure, there are lings here, 2 of them, but he doesn't know how many in other places. So this is a safety cannon, and the only thing with that is that you are delaying your core a little bit. You can see here already the layer is started. We still have, there's the core. So core is slightly after that. I am also slightly colorblind. Sorry, I did one of those tests, and it turns out I'm like 70% colorblind, which doesn't make much sense because I can still tell that there is a difference. It's not clear. But anyway, so that's assuming obviously that that test was accurate, which we don't know. So, all right, one slot coming in is being spotted by this, so I'm assuming more lings are going to be coming on the way. We have some more lings. Okay. Yep, that's going to be to deal with the Zealot. Core is finished. Lair is almost finished. And where is our Stargate? Not yet coming up. There we go. So Stargate is starting about the same time as the Lair is finishing. We have a Zealot and a probe. This 3 links. You need to... Nice move. Nice. Those links barely managed to do that properly. Barely. He does get speed. He has a few more links, but hey, no +1 coming up yet. The Overlord actually sees that, by the way. Stargate, Citadel of Dune. All right. Let's see when the additional gateways are being added. 1, 2 more gateways. We'll see really quickly. We have more drones. Spire is about halfway done, and this is when the Stargate is finishing. The Stargate was delayed. It was delayed slightly because of the amount of pressure that he wanted to put with the Zealot. The Zealot didn't actually do anything. He had to put an additional cannon. So, and he's still not building. There we go. There is a good chance that by the time the Corsair is like here, Scourges are going to be finishing. And that would mean you might not get a scout at all, and you might get hit by the Scourge, because if it flies through somewhere here in the middle and gets spotted. See, let's see. I will calculate it like here, right? That's actually going to be even sooner, I think. Yeah, look where it is. Like usually you need to get the Corsair in here before the Spire is done, so that you can easily get a scout off. Now, is he going to catch it? Wait, what? Why? Huh? Whoa. Why would you so... Okay, so either he knows his timings really, really well. That's really weird, because... Oh, did the probe get into the main? Maybe the probe got into the main and scouted that the Spire was done and, you know, Scourges were already coming up. I didn't see that. I didn't notice that. That was really weird. Anyway, we do have a cannon, and we do have no more Corsairs being built at all. Okay. So, the Scourges are going to scout everything. They're going to realize that this is basically no more Corsairs, High Templar, 4 gateways, 5 gateways. I think he also saw that one because he flew like through here. +1. So, really heavy attacks. And notice, this should straight up destroy this. If you don't have... Well, don't go with 3. Just build like 6. And he's also adding 1 sunken here because he knows that the mutas are not going to be in position. Okay, let's see. 4... the problem, okay, he sort of needs to deal with this. He kind of has already what he needs. Like, those mutas, you don't want to show them, because look at what's going to happen as soon as the mutas are shown. See? Courses being built. Wait. He cancels the attack. What the hell? He cancels the upgrade. And the Zealot immediately goes somewhere else before killing the evolution chamber. The hell, man? That's really weird and unlucky. Anyway, so the Zealots are basically like a 500 mineral scout at this point. Now, he will have Corsairs. The problem is he lost all of those Zealots. I don't think he killed anything, right? And now... Oh, by the way, important point. Turtle is going to have 2 evolution chambers. In the previous 3 games he played, he only had 1, because he was just making the upgrade of attack. He now has a second one. Will he make armor upgrades? I'm going to actually leave my cursor probably the entire game on this, just to know if he does it. So... There are some Corsairs, they are going to basically scare away the mutas, but the mutas can be used later on for fighting, for sniping High Templars. Ah, that was weird. And he could just make like 4 Scourges, right, and just kill this. That's, like, every single time so close he just flies back. That's really, really, that's extremely clutch, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, we've got... Still the 7 gateways. Okay, I lied. I do need to check something else. So I'm assuming Storm is already done. For the Dragoon upgrade, that's okay. No plus 50 energy on the High Templars. And look at this. This is a pretty big stream of units already coming in. If he flies in and snipes the High Templars, that's basically what you should do. Although you probably can't do it with 4. You need more, right? Oh, good Storm. And another good Storm. This is only 2 cannons, though. That's not a lot. Oh, if he just goes for the cannons, is there any protection? Not yet. And he's coming out as the lurkers are morphing, so he might be able to catch them. Might be? He's just gonna storm them, right? Oh, they're done. 1 storm, 2 storms, but 1 is still alive and full HP. Yeah? Like, nah, dude, do you have... No, that's the observatory, not yet done. No upgrade here. So until this is done, Protoss sort of cannot go. Sort of. I mean, he saves the upgrade, the +2 on attack. That's good. He has a good amount of Dragoons now, and his observatory is ready. But he's not making an observer just... yeah, the shit moment of let's make observers. So the Zerg has, let's see, good economy, good... not good saturation, it's barely the minimum. Good economy, again, a decent amount of hatcheries. He gets 1 High Templar in there, and has to get out. Okay, so it seems like DM White is going to just try to take a third, which makes a lot of sense. On a map like this, on across positions, if you're sending this sort of army from here to here, the Zerg can have 10 more Hydras, 15 more Hydras. If you lose the battle, you don't have a third, not a good idea. Getting this, though dangerous at leaving this completely open, you can probably still save it if your army is quick enough and nimble, moving through the points that the Zerg would appear from. Seems like the Zerg is also trying to expand himself. I would assume that at this point you still would want a few lurkers, just because of how zealot heavy this army is. But it's still fine. Oh, are we going for the forge? Yep. Not sure that was worth it. Basically because it was just starting the upgrade. Like the +2 is already done. Probably he didn't check that the army has +2. But alright. So we do have drops? Doesn't seem like it. Maybe. So this army is one High Templar only. 1. So and it doesn't have Storm. So this is a full force army. It's still good. Like it's a powerful army because it's really big. Okay, High Templar is gone. Zerg needs to really get his army together. Oh, he's bleeding so many units. This might be a loss just because he bled so many Hydras. The entire army, even without High Templars, can probably still win this game. Just because of how many Hydras he lost. It's possible. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm just saying it's possible. Yeah, see, more army there. Oh, going down here is dangerous though. If microed correctly, this is going to really force the Protoss into... See that those Dragoons are sort of not really all together. I think it still might be close. It's gonna be enough? Might not be enough. Yeah, Dragoons, just Dragoons against Hydras, they're not that good. It's barely enough now. And yeah, okay, so it's gonna be enough because there are zealots incoming. This is gonna probably break it. This is a lot of hatcheries and it's still not enough. So good micro from the Protoss. I was really worried about him when I saw that Zerg was going Mutas. I thought that could straight up kill him, but he managed to stay afloat, and you can see here, more army coming in. So, as much as like it seems like you're barely going to kill this, more and more and more armies coming in. And again, not ever using the second echo chamber, and just Hydras. Okay, well, there were a few lurkers here, but there were very few lurkers here. So, yeah, just you can see this basically was almost all Zealot Dragoon, and it managed to win. A lot of storms did connect at the beginning, so the Hydra amount was thinned really heavily. And that allowed him to just straight up go through it eventually. Okay, so that means White is going to win the first game. That would put him 1 win away from ending at the top. Oh, not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, let's see what the second map is going to be. The second map is going to be Neo Sylphid. That was the game where Art of Turtle won by like this amount in terms of minerals left on them on his map. But okay, second game. Let's go. Alright, so let's get our setup here, and we're gonna have, this is going to be, let me see. So AOT is, that's going to be 1 for White, 0 for Art of Turtle for now, and this is going to be on the map. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Escalate, let's take it out. And let's put Neo Sylphid in there. Alright, there we go. So, we're going to have DM White as the blue Protoss at the 12 o'clock position. And he's up 1-0. His opponent, Art of Turtle, the red Zerg, at the bottom left location on Neo Sylphid. 3 base map. Here's the 3rd base. Let's see. We have a pylon first at the natural from White. Last game it did work pretty well for him, so why not? And then we have Turtle, who is going for an overload first. Let's see if it's going to be again the same kind of thing, you know, overpool. Need to hydrate. Alright, so let's see. Wrong scout for both of them. So, probably Forge first, right? The last game was Forge first too, for White anyway. And because of the build that Art of Turtle is always going, it seems like you have to anyway, so the bad scout doesn't really affect you that much. Okay, it seems like Art of Turtle wants to scout with a drone. Personally, I don't know how you guys feel, but personally, every time I see a Zerg scouting me with a drone, my first thought is he 6 pulling? Because the Overlord will not get there in time for the 6 pull in most maps, right? So every time I see this, I'm like, is he 6 pulling? Or 4 pulling? Or 5 pulling? Or 7 pulling? I don't know. Yeah, that's the first, but whatever. We have 2 lings and 2 drones. So let's see if it scouts this. Alright, so he sees the 2 lings. Will he see the additional drones? Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Okay, gateway. Is this slightly... Yeah, it's slightly lower than the forge, right? Yeah, it's slightly lower than the forge. Okay. Then that way you can put more cannons here, right? Like that. I'm not sure if that's better or worse. Well, I'm not really accurate. I would say that I would like to get this here, right? Second cannon scouts the 3rd. I mean, here's the thing. He won the last. White won the last game, and he did go for the second cannon as well. So in a way, he's probably thinking, I don't no, wait, the game is fine. Ah, my eyes on... Is he? There's room here, right? Yeah, I think there's room here. Like, that's why I like the older graphics a bit more when I'm playing, because it's so hard to tell sometimes in this HD graphics. Luckily, the grid, when you put the building, is perfectly fine and you see everything. So, you can't get in there, so you don't know what Zug is going for. And Zerg is, well, starting again with the lair. 2 hatcheries. Right. I mean, if this probe scouts that probes are constantly being produced in here, you sort of know that everything is normal. It's unlikely that the Zerg will just constantly produce drones and then try to do something apart from that, because the larva basically, most of the larva will be spent on that. So we have additional Zerglings now coming in. Speed is about to be finished. We do have a Spire going up. Is he going to try to catch the probe? Sort of. Okay. Kind of baits him with moving the link from here, I guess. Just catches the probe. Fair enough. He didn't actually show the speed, which is cool. It's really cool for the Zerg when you kill the probe just before you get something. It's kind of like a probe getting into your main, and you kill it just before your timing to put down the hydrogen for your, all-in, something like this. Like, that feels really good. Okay, so he's got 8 links. They can actually run in, but they're not going to kill anything. 2 cannons, 2 zealots. Like, if you run in, maybe 1 or 2 links makes it through. Maybe. That's assuming that the probes don't try to block it. And 3 zealots can definitely deal with 8 links. Okay. And we have here Spire almost ready. You can see, again, Corsair timing is faster this time, but it's not that much faster, because the Spire should probably be finished by the time that the Corsair arrives. Let's see here on the minimap, you see the Corsair, and there is the Spire. So if he's making straight up, yeah, there are the Scourges. And you can see this Corsair first going to scout is going to see that the Spire is already finished. And it should at this point probably just bail out. Oh, nice. Trying to find out what's going to be built. But he doesn't. He doesn't actually get the information. If he tries to... Okay, he saw now with the fog of, with the delayed fog of war, whatever. He saw that this was Scourges. So, pretty cool. Pretty cool to confirm that. Just to make sure that suddenly there's no, 5 mutas coming up, right? Alright, so... He confirms that. He's going to +1. He's going plus speed. And we have High Templar, 4 gates, +1 speed. Okay, so he's going to try to put pressure again. Now, last time this didn't really do anything. Like, he lost a lot of zealots. He only forced probably just Hydras to be built, which is what Out of Turtle does anyway. He did force actually a cancel on the +1, but not really sure that was such a massive win for losing that many zealots. And let's see, so do we have Hydras already coming up? Yes. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Although I don't know how, he probably scouted it with a Corsair, right? Because he just went around it. And this Overlord will see it. But how many Hydras do we have here? None. And he's not even sending them right away. That's bad. And now just target the Evo, right? Are you gonna target the Evo? A hatchery? Really? I mean, I guess. But like, this would be dead by now, right? Well, I don't know. Again, this is like really weird. When I do this, I'm dead. Like, if I ever lose that many zealots and I kill 3 drones, I'm dead. Like, because look at right now. if you have Storm ready, which he's gonna have in a second, so he will be able to defend. Even with Storm, if the Zerg just manages to pick up these cannons without losing the Hydras to Storm, what do? Well, I guess this is what you can do. Yeah, I guess you can do that. That's a really nice move. Right after that, just getting ADT in there. Okay. This is delaying the Zerg a lot. You can see the amount of mining time that he lost there is really large. Really, really big. So... okay, at least speed for the Overlord is done. So... but yeah, like... I think the Zerg is getting picked apart a little bit here. Because, like... this DT manages to kill this, but look, this is not mining, right? He's just, from time to time, everywhere, like 2 Hydras here, another Hydra died there, you know, some mining time there. It's like, those small things are really mounting up. White seems to be supply blocked. He was kind of doing too many things at the same time, kind of lost control of it. But, yeah, like, the amount of Hydras that there are right now out there, it's not really that big. Wait, was he making a lair there? Yeah, he was. Probably a misclick. So, 4th base, okay. +1 is done. He's getting +2. So again, Out of Turtle really likes his Hydras, man. Like, it's fine, but eventually they lose a lot of value. So, +2, do we have a second forge? No. So 1 forge. That actually can give White a chance. Sorry, White. That can give Out of Turtle a chance, because once the +2 is done, if you don't have any upgrades on armor on the Zealots, they do take a lot more damage. Like, you will notice the difference really heavily. So, yeah, I would say this might actually allow the Zerg to come back. It's very early to know that. What did you miss? Well, you missed an attack on the 3rd by the Zealots that was stopped without any damage. A DT on the natural end main. You missed as much as that Storm missed, and then you missed a DT going in here, then going in here, then running around, and the Zerg sort of panicking, losing a few Hydras here and there, and that's how we got this supply difference. But that's about it. So, what again? I wonder if the drone amount is about the same as the probe count. So the amount of money that Zerg is getting is around the same, and he should be getting probably a bit more because of the spread of the drones. Plus, on top of that, the units obviously are cheaper. Lurkers are coming up now. Really good. Again, think about this, guys. If there is no second forge, and this is only going to be going for attacks, imagine the damage that Lurkers will do to the Zealots once the +2 is finished. Like, forget about the +3. The +2 itself. Now, this is, yeah, the supply is big. There's a massive difference in supply. And these are actually, there's a decent amount of High Templars, although 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's only 6 Dragoons. So, if Lurkers are in good position, I believe Zerg is fine. And not to mention that there is no ops, so Zerg is fine. But my point is, still stands. How many Dragoons? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's not that many Dragoons being produced yet, so no Dragoons yet. I don't see Reverse. There are Observers coming out, but I think Zerg might have this. The 3rd has been delayed for very long here. Like, the minute he was moving out here, he should be probably getting it. So, like, look at there are more drones than there are probes. Is that normal? Yeah. Hi, what up? What up, Ender? Sí, te estoy streameando yo. So, let's see. So we've got, okay, now this is a more defensive position for the Zerg. So he's getting Spores, he's getting Sunkens. The positioning is sort of wonky here. I don't really like it too much, but okay. This again, really wonky positioning of the Spore and the Lurkers, because they're not really protected by this, and they're not really protecting this. But what can we do? Additional hatcheries. Armor! Oh, I was okay because he doesn't have hive. Of course, he has to get armor. I was about to get excited because he was finally gonna get armor, and then I realized the only reason he's getting it is because he can't get any more attack damage. So look at this now. Like, look at the damages now that these hydras do. See that? How fast this damage is dealt. This is why the upgrades on the armor for the Protoss is really important. Look at how fast this is going to melt. Like, this army is big, right? And the Zerg army is small. Nope. Yes, he needs drones to make buildings. Perfectly understandable. However, he's still higher than the Protoss. I believe that this is more like the Protoss staying on lower amount rather than anything else, right? That's what I would say. I would consider 60 to be pretty much the standard. Fourth base coming up from white. Okay, cool. We do have a second forge. Do we have the plus? Huh. He has a second forge, but he's not using it. There it. As I said, he uses it. Although, bear in mind, this is what, 15 minutes pretty much into the game, you're starting to get your armor upgrades? That's late. That's really late. Alright, so Corsairs, bye-bye. Happens all the time. Look at it, like, this is so weird. It looks like there is no army fighting here at all, like, only a few units. But the storms are destroying here everything. And where are the hydras? Oh, there's more hydras here and there's more Lucas here. Yeah, they do so much damage now. Look at how quickly one Dragoon dies. This is only 5 hydras and they destroy one Dragoon in a few seconds. That's why you really need those upgrades, man. Okay, so we did damage to the economy line. But the problem is there is so many hatcheries right now that the economy can be rebuilt in seconds. We have a double drop here coming up, and there is already an army here. Okay, that's already defended. But this dies. You can rebuild the probe, the drones with the bank that you have. Oh, are we gonna get? Well, that was anticlimactic. All right. Next move. Let's see what next happens. So 100 to 140, 50 drones to 50 probes, dead even. But this is an army that's not good. This is not a good army anymore. Not with these upgrades, and especially not with that large amount of hydras. This is what, 3 High Templars. They have the Storm upgrade, but at this point, I just don't feel like you shouldn't probably leave the base with this army. Like, this is way too small of an army. But wait, maybe it works. This storm is not coming yet. And lurkers are not yet in position. Is he gonna break it? He might. He's gonna break it. Yeah. Yeah, he's gonna break it, right? He's not reinforcing yet, so maybe not. Yeah. He does it. The man that... I didn't think he was gonna break this. Like, this choke and being able to break through here with no armor upgrade at all, but then again, yeah, the Lurkers, like, yeah, they were not in position. Oh well, I didn't think that would work. Anyway, that's gonna be White taking this 2-0, right? Yeah. So White is gonna take this 2-0. He's gonna win. He's gonna be pretty much on top position. So first place goes for DM White. Congratulations. Very, very good games. Enjoyable, especially the one where you tried to proxy on Monte Cristo. That was pretty fun to watch. I know it probably wasn't too fun for you to play, but it was enjoyable to watch. So that's going to be that. And we're going to be having... going now to the loser's side of things, which is going to be fischei. Wait, it's fischei versus Razz. Hold up. Am I remembering this wrong? So white won against Razz, right? And then fischei. No. Okay. Okay, so no sé de qué me hablas. Sí, hola, ender. So we're gonna talk now about the next game. So set number 4 is going to be fischei versus Razz. It's going to be another PvP. Yeah, have fun, mate. Yeah, I'll watch Bonnet 2 after this probably. Okay, so let's go to Razz versus fischei. There'll be another PvP. First one is going to be on whiteout. There we go. Let's see. I've casted Brood War, well, now not much, but in all my life, yeah, 5-6 years, probably, all things together. So, wait. There we go. So, it's going to be game number 1, and let me change really quickly the information. So, it's going to be on whiteout. 1, that's whiteout. 2, we're going to change the scores to fischei. That's how we need this to go. There we go. And then the other one score is going to be another 0. There we go. Perfect. Yes, I remember Ender. It was a long time ago. We played in StarCraft 2 together. Not for a very long time, but I remember. It was pretty fun. Okay, so let's go to the game. Let's go back to the game. So we're gonna have. Wait, red is going to be the brown Protoss at the 6 o'clock-ish location, and he's going to be facing Razz, which has now the BSL9 tag. So he's going to be facing Razz, who's going to be the blue Protoss at the top left location, which would also be about the 9 o'clock-ish position on whiteout. Now this map is really interesting because of the sort of vision obstructing areas. I wonder how that is going to work. In PvP, I kind of know how that works. The idea is just don't play Dragoons in general, especially at the don't go through here with Dragoons. Don't. That's really not smart because you can't micro them there. But apart from that, most of the later stages of the game will be similar. Now this is a 3-player map. The bases are laid out in an interesting way. So anyway, so both players are going to scout first the incorrect location, and obviously they both know where the other one is. And they're both going to be going with Gateway Core. So no quick second, no double Gateway for either one of these players. They both want to play relatively, let's say, standard, not aggressive. Is any of them going to start with the Zealot after that? It seems like fischei is going to be going with the Zealot, whereas Razz, yeah, both of them will do the Zealot. So probably, again, just to kill the probe, to make sure that the probe doesn't keep scouting your base for... or as long as possible. You still, most of the time, will need the Dragoon to kill the probe. Wait, is he gonna get the Zealot on time on the ramp? I think the Zealot actually blocks this, right? No, he doesn't. Okay. He might have been able to, but he doesn't. And then we have Razz, also with his own Zealot. We've got double cyber. The cyber cores are not spinning. One is starting to spin, the other one is starting to spin. Pretty much carbon copies right now of each other. Until the probe is dead, it's very risky to reveal what you're going to be playing. So just wait for the first Dragoon, and when the first Dragoon kills the probe, you can perfectly fine do it. If you get lucky and you can actually kill the probe with the Zealot, that's cool. That rarely happens. So you can see one probe leaving. Yeah, it's probably... yeah, and the second probe leaves. So exactly identical for now. We will see if there's any difference after that. Okay, so now, what do the players want to do? Let's see. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. Robo. Okay, so Razz is going to be going with the robotics. And they're playing identical. It's just a little bit different of the timing how this is going. So the Dragoon starts a little bit earlier, and the Robo gets a bit later, and the other way around is almost identical. Probe counts identical. Supply count identical. So the first question is going to be, oh, so Razz is, again, it seems like Razz likes to do this. Just coming out with his, 3 units to just kind of scout. I mean, you can do that, but if you get caught, you can lose at least the Zealot. So, that's, it's not the safest thing to do. Like, if your opponent was going for a 2-gate after this, like, so he sees 2 Dragoons, and he moves out with 2 Dragoons. It's like, oh, I can do damage. No. Now you might lose the Zealot. Okay, no. It seems like, here's the thing. It seems like Razz is the one who's trying to be constantly aggressive, right? And it seems like fischei just wants to be more cautious about what's going on. 1 base? Observers? What? 1 base, what am I saying? 1 gate. What? Oh, the probe gets in. Like, this I understand, right? Because you, like, the reason why you make 1 gate is because you're going to need the extra money to the Reaver. This probe is a hero. But, like, am I missing something? Like, look at the money. Wow, you're going to go expand. Holy hell. I mean, yeah. Because you do know that your opponent is probably expanding as well, right? If you scout this, like 1 gateway and rope and this is like, most likely this is just for, taking your own natural. Oh, okay, so interesting, because now here's the situation. Yes, fischei is going to have his Nexus earlier, but he's going to be facing a situation where there is a possibility that he will get caught by not having a Reaver. Or is the timing going to... No, the timing is probably going to be about... Yeah, the timing is going to be about the same. The travel distance is enough for him to have the Reaver, and probably the shuttle, so I think he's going to be pretty much fine. So this theoretically should favor fischei slightly. It's like, look at the timing difference. Like, these guys are playing pretty much identical. Is the... Ooh, he's going to actually sneak in the Observer. Nice. And he's going to be able to see that there are no additional gateways. Okay. Is he going to see the Reaver pop? Yeah. So he knows now. The Reaver is now showing up. Right. This Observer is not here to kill this one, so he's going to leave it there. Alright. So he... Look, like... Yeah, pretty much identical. So the question is, who's going to engage first and how? Because they've been playing so carbon copy of each other that I don't... Like, there's nobody who has an advantage here. Is the Observer going to get killed? Ah, okay, he didn't miss it. Alright. 3 gates. 3 gates, but quite later. Quite later. And probes, identical. Okay. Pretty nice. A bit forgetting to produce them, but yeah, more pylons needed. And no forge, no citadel from either player just yet. So they both seem to be happy to be building just with the gateways and the Reaper. I'm not... I mean, I guess at this point you want the additional production first, and you do want to saturate your bases more, and only then later go for the... Oh, another Observer goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4. No production of probes, so it seems like both of them are... No. I was thinking both of them are cutting probes, but not both of them. Alright. So this is basically, for like 9 minutes in, this is the first attack. Okay, there was no attack other than that, and I don't count that Zealot Dragoon move out. Alright, let's see. Okay. That so far doesn't do anything. Is he gonna put a pylon? Yes! Okay. So this drop does nothing so far. Oh! There's another drop here. Okay, one. Oh! Did he target the Dragoon? If he targeted the Dragoon, that's perfect. Because that's exactly what you would want to do in that situation. Okay, so he does get a kill there. A good amount of probes. 6 now in favor of fischei. He gets out with the Reaver, which is key. And now the other way around. Ooh, that's a lot of Dragoons. Actually, you know, this is probably not perfect. You want to put the Dragoons like here, all of them, so that when the shadow flies in, you can just move in and shoot it. This is better. This is better. Let's see. Oh. He doesn't react in time. Okay, but it's still a lot of Dragoons killed. Oh! Dude! Don't give me... You're gonna give me a heart attack. Damn. Okay, that is equalizing things, but bear in mind, this shadow lost 1 Reaver, took a lot of damage, but it killed a good amount of Dragoons. So you can see that the supply is... Like, you have more probes as fischei still. Oh! Damn! Boom! And another one, please. Oh my god, is it... Ah! Dude! Oh no! Yeah. Wait, no. Ooh. If that explodes, that takes a lot of probes down with it. Anyway. This is starting to be a bit chaotic. Now we can see that fischei has a lot more probes. 10 more. That's a lot in this number. But he's actually still down in supply. That's 10 supply plus the difference. So that's about 20 supply in army difference. You gotta be careful, dude. Like, this can be... That can kill you. Like, that can definitely kill you. Yeah, he knows. He realizes that. He's putting more pylons now, just to buy time. And bear in mind, you put your Dragoons here, you can fly in with the Reaver, take a shot, and get back. So, okay. He's going in. Where are the Reavers? There I go. Alright, let's see. Remember, the shadow is bruised. Oh! Shadow, bye-bye. Get the Reaver! Oh, okay, that's game, right? That's gotta be game. Now, there's another Reaver. Nah, I don't think you can... Nah, you can't win this anymore. Even with a Reaver, I don't see this happening. Although this Reaver should eventually... This Reaver should eventually get, like, into the action, but yeah, no way. Yeah, so... He lost way too many Dragoons against those Reavers there, and he lost the Reaver himself. He did a lot of damage onto the economy, but you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful when you're doing this kind of stuff. Because if your opponent just doesn't lose units and keeps killing your units, this, like, you can look at the probe count now. Like, it's equal. Natural's gone. Nice. Nice game from Razz. I mean, you probably don't think about these kind of things in the game, right? You're thinking, oh, I can do more damage, I can kill more of his probes. I have production, I can rebuild. But I believe the second he lost those like 4 or 5 Dragoons in the main, he should have realized, I need to build a lot more army. Because the second I was looking at that and thinking, that's 2 Reavers that are taking 3 Dragoons here, another Dragoon there, and that mounts up really quickly in a if you have Storm, if you have Speed Zealots, like, that's better because you have more options. But with just Reavers and Dragoon Zealot, there isn't much room to do something in that small, you know, corridor. So, anyway, enough of that. Let's go to the next game. So, next game is going to be on Monte Cristo. Razz wins the first one. All right, fischei. It's looking bleak for him, man. Come on, man. You need to pull it together. All right. Anyway, so let's go to game number 2. Game number 2 is going to be on, and my cursor likes to jump, so it's going to be on. Let's see. It's not going to be on Whiteout. It's going to be on Monte Cristo, and we're going to have Razz up 1 game. Oh. There we go. So Razz is up one game. So we've got Razz at the top left location as the red Protoss on Whiteout, and his opponent fischei is going to be the green Protoss at the bottom right. Okay. Did I say top right? Nah. Top left. I mean, you kind of can see it here, right? But so let's see. We have there's the pylon from fischei and the pylon from Razz. Am I crazy? No. Look at this. There's actually a difference in the speed of the probe production. You can see fischei is like a legit 3 seconds slower. Yikes. That's not great. But it's not really that biggest of things. This kind of stuff doesn't really make or break the game later on. 1 or 2 probes is not that big of a difference. So, we have 1 gate, 1 gate. Both are in base. It seems like fischei is actually a bit paranoid about getting rushed from his own base. It's not a bad idea to check this on a 2-player map. He sees the probe from Razz here. Although bear in mind that you can do that scouting a little bit later. Like, as long as your gateway is not even finished, there's no way your enemy has his gateways already down in your main base. Anyway, we got a gas. Look at this. The gas is finished. Oh, he's gonna Zealot. Yeah. So, Zealot first and no Zealot first. Really? 200? Are you going for... No way. Please tell me you're not trying to go gasless expand. What is this? Like... He is! He's actually trying to go... Ah, the pain! Imagine seeing this, being like, what the f is that? Oh my god. Oh. That's just adding insult to injury, man. Because now if you want to kill this pylon quicker, you can't kill this one. Ah, Razz. You know, there is a saying that Protoss are dirty. Yeah, I can see that now. This is so bad for fischei, dude. Oh man. I mean, the only positive point of this, if there is one, is that Razz is supply block, and that to send his army, yeah, see that? You can't just rally it. You need to basically send the army here, and then from here attack down here, because otherwise they're just gonna get confused and not go somewhere. But dude, oh man, that's so painful. Please tell me you're just gonna scout with this. Look at that. He's like, well, I guess I'll scout. No, please, like, don't kill Pro. Just scout. Just keep walking around. Just keep scouting. Oh, come on. Oh, you're gonna get. Oh man, come on. Okay, that was really a brain fart from Razz. Like, one probe is not going to be a big difference. Like, stay around here, just scout with the Dragoon, keep running around, and then build in your base, dude. Like, that would be so... That would be one of the best things I've seen in a very long time in a PvP. Just the Dragoon just, like, lolling around and thinking, well, I can at least see what you're doing. Now, obviously this will... getting more serious, this will give the economic advantage to fischei. However, bear in mind that this tech deficiency, like, Razz is not really capitalizing on it. This is why, because he has 400 gas that he's not spending on anything. Like, yes, he's getting the robotics now, but he could have perfectly fine gone for something like DT drop, right? And it would make it so hard for fischei, because he would have to put cannons everywhere to defend everything. And it's not like you're gonna scout that this is coming, because you're gonna be so delayed on everything. And so there's a lot of options for Razz to choose, but what he's doing is not anything specific. He's not trying to break through this, which is a smart idea based on the fact that the cannons and the zealots on high ground, you're not supposed to be able to break this. It can happen, but basically you're not supposed to be able at all. So it's smart that he's not doing that, but the fact that he's not doing anything with the fact that he gets the additional, additional tech so much quicker is somewhat surprising. You don't need to capitalize on this, but it's always nice to. Anyway, probe saturation, you can still see that fischei is still ahead. This is very important for fischei right now because he's so far behind in many aspects. He does want to be putting as much into economy as possible to catch up. The problem, I don't understand why he would go for DTs, and the reason I think this is a weird choice is because the game has been going on for quite a while. So DTs should not work. Like, DTs, the later you pull them off, the later the higher the odds that they don't do anything at all. But I guess the Templar tech is still useful. Okay, making 2 DTs at this point, I think you're overdoing it. I think 1 DT is fine. Test the waters. I guess 2 is... I mean, if you don't lose the DT and you make a Dark Archon for feedbacking Templars, sure, why not? Alright, 4 gates and reverse and speed shuttle, so a lot of money went into upgrades to be able to harass. Against 4 gates with straight to +1 and a storm. Bear in mind, fischei doesn't have a robot. This means 2 things. No storm drops, or, well, no drops. So that's number 1. Number 2, no observers. This means less ability to see what's going on. No way to kill this observer unless it flies over a cannon. And that is huge, because you can scout everything that your opponent is doing, from the army composition to the fact that he's investing money into... And that's... Yeah, and that's a DT kill. And here's the second one. Okay, that's actually not a bad location to leave it, just to snipe a probe. I would probably put it here, because if the probe just comes in here, he will have the time to put down the Nexus. You'll kill the probe, then you'll start to swipe at the Nexus. Maybe he gets to save it, but that's an extremely small detail. The second observer. What? You only made 1? That's risky. That's actually risky, because if you only make 1, then this has to stay here. You can't send it to scout. Whoa, whoa, whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoa. 8 gateways? Dude, chill out. That's a lot of gateway power. A lot. And this is with +1. This is with range not being done. Range. 9 minutes, no range. Okay? So this actually can do a lot of damage. Because you have no range. So, question to chat. Was that worth it? What do you think, chat? I want to hear from you. I want to hear your opinion. Was that shuttle, Dragoon, and a Reaver worth it to get in here and equalize the probe count? What do you think? I'm going to tell you what I think after that. See what I was talking about? Damn it, that happens. Okay, but he's still going to get it? He shouldn't get it, right? Well, chat is not cooperating today, so I'm not gonna find out what you guys think. I think it was worth it because he did see the 8 gateways. Like from the perspective of just killing the probes, no, but seeing the additional gateways, I think it's actually worth it because he should realize that fischei is going really heavy on the army really early. That's why I'm not really sure about this Nexus. I actually think this can straight up kill him, because he needs the additional gates. This is still 4 gates against 8 gates, right? This is not done. These 7, they're not done. And these, well, not all of them are producing, unfortunately. Like, if you were making High Templars, Zealots, just morphing Archons, even already, this is a big difference. You'd have an even bigger difference. And we have 1 Reaver, 1, 2, 3 High Templars with 1 Storm each. And we have ADT. And 1 Observer coming up. Do we have any other Observers? Yes, already we have 1. So there's already an Observer. Snipe the High Templar. The High Templar. 1 snipe. Get it. 2, get it. 3, run! Run! Okay. Bye-bye. Kind of worth it. So, will Red, who has a slow Reaver who doesn't have a shuttle and wants to get here, be able to defend this? 1 High Templar, that's a decent amount of Zealots, +1 attack is done. I think he can't. No, he can't defend this. This is just Dragoons. Yeah. There's no way he defends this. Zealot Dragoon destroys Dragoons. Unless he forgets to storm, but nah. Yeah, that's it, right? Yeah, he's gonna destroy him. All right, so basically, fischei just 8 gates. YOLO, it's gonna work. He doesn't need to attack here. Like, again, get the High Templars. Yeah. Is he getting that? Oh, he's getting that. Yeah. Look at the supply. That's like the way of saying I think somebody should GG, right? Look at the supply. No, but in all honesty, like Razz had a lot of opportunities. I don't think he used them properly. Especially the tech advantage that he had. He didn't find a way to use it properly. That's not to say that he should have done something specific, I just think he didn't properly manage that. And when he scouted that 8 gate, you don't expand. You match the 8 gate. That's what I believe. Or maybe not match the 8 gate, but just find a way to hold it. And that's gonna be fischei taking game number 2. 1-1. Oh, I need to change the camera so you see me. Not because you want to see me, but because I don't want to be showing everything going through. So, second game, fischei takes that. That means we're going to be going to game number 3 between Razz and fischei. It's going to be an escalate. And let's go about it. Alright. Now, let me change the scores to make sure that they reflect properly and also the maps. So, no Monte Cristo is going to be an escalate. And we're going to be having fischei on 1-1 with Razz. So, we're going to have fischei at the top right location as the brown Protoss. His opponent, the light blue Protoss Razz, bottom left. So, cross positions, PvP. I would say in this map, the way that I would consider how things should probably work is that somebody is going to try to take this high ground that is between the natural and the third, and if the attacker manages to take over that position, there is a low probability of the defender winning the game. Well, not low, lower than normal. Because it allows a funnel through to the natural of the enemy. Storms can do a lot from there. That's what I would consider. But we'll see. So, nobody is doing something cheesy. They're both starting with their balance in their main, based on the fact that this started as a... how would we call it? That this started on a 1-0, then it's 1-1. Both players probably feel kind of confident that they can pull it off. Fischei managed to do something relatively unlikely to work in the second game, but it did. You know, the 8 game. They are both going to see where the other one is coming from, I believe. It does seem like they do. Yep. So they're both going to be scouting in the correct direction. Alright. That's good. One gate. Gas. No difference this time. Both starting exactly the same way. So, yeah, look at the core timing. Like, you can't tell that I'm clicking on the other one, right? It's pretty much identical. I kind of love these small things, you know. Okay. Oh, nice from fischei. This actually is noticeable. If your enemy is doing this to you, you pull one of these probes. You don't pull the gas probes. This actually really delays you early on. Look at the gas. So the core is finished, right? See the amount of gas. Now he's not starting the. Oh, he starts with the Dragoon first. See, there is. Fischei is not doing that to it, but this is a nice move by fischei. I like it, and it does slow you down. Oh! Okay, almost. That would be painful. But on the other hand, it seems like Razz didn't make a zealot at all. Well, I have to say that I like that. Not making a zealot on a cross position on a map that's relatively big seems like a smart move. Now, this probe is still going to scout everything until the Dragoon kills it. Oh, I was gonna say... Okay, the zealot kills it, but you know what I mean. So this is fine. Let's see. We have a probe here at fischei, probably to get back into the main to try to scout later on. A lot of Protosses like to do this. Just basically leave a probe somewhere else, and at a random moment when they think, oh, I do want to have some extra information, I'm just going to send the probe to die and, you know, get that information. So, 2 Dragoons, we have a second gateway, and... Okay. Citadel of Adun from fischei. So, 2 gates and the Citadel. When is the Robo going to come up? That's the Temple Archives. Time is ticking. Are we going to get that? Yeah. Okay, the Robo's fine on time. It's not going to be a big deal. You're going to get the Observer in time, unless you really change something that you don't want to do. Sorry about that. Unless you like forget to make the observatory or something like that, you should be fine. You can see Temple Archives is not even yet done, and this is close to being done. The observatory builds really damn quickly. And it seems like fischei is going to be already thinking about expanding up. This is not uncommon, yeah. Just going 1DT, expansion, forge, 2 cannons, storm, High Templar, storm. So, Robo is done now. We need the observatory now. There it is. the DT is gonna come up relatively soon, and it's if it goes through down here and these Dragoons attack, there is a chance that this is going to be broken. So the DT should go back. Is he gonna? Yeah. He sees the DT, right? Yeah, he sees it. Okay. He sees the DTs, and the observer is going to be finished in... it's not that quick. I thought it would already be on prediction, but probably he just forgot for a second to build it. Should still be over in time. So we got the expansion here. Yeah, the expansion here is like, I'm definitely going to be able to defend it, so we're fine here. And let's see, what is the pro's going to do? So that is the High Templar tech. I'm assuming relatively soon we're going to get Storm. That's the second. Alright, the DT goes down. I'm assuming that that's... there we go, yeah. So, second High Templar first, then the Storm tech. Now you have 3 cannons, I think, might be overdoing it. You probably want to do 2 cannons and a gateway, but maybe to be safe. Razz. Double Expo. Alright. It can work. But the problem with double expanding, like the reason why you double expand against a Terran, for example, is because tanks take very long to build, and vultures, you can sort of deal with them in a different way. Here the units build at the same speed. So you better build a lot of gateways really quickly, because you can end up with a lot of economy and no army. Wait, where's Storm? Oh my god, Storm is not done. Snipe the High Templars, dude! The High Templars! I think he didn't see the High Templar. I think he actually did not notice there was a High Templar in there. Because that, if he snipes the High Templar, that's game. You just park the Dragoons here. Imagine if he, instead of going double expansion, would have actually built additional army and gateways. Like, there's a chance he would win right here. Because this is 2 gates, and only 1 Dragoon comes out now. But that being said, your pro production is suffering, but come on, man, make probes. What is he doing? There we go. Okay, so probes. Is he? Is not supply blocked? Is he? Why are you? That's not good. There we go. Like double expanding and not making probes. Oof. That's bad. That's double bad. Alright. He needs to start really saturating all of these bases now. Like, come on, man. Like, it just takes, I don't know, this amount of probes and just send them there, right? Maybe a bit less. I don't know. But anyway, with double expansion now, and with the fact that he's going to have now DT drops, and the fact that his opponent only has a cannon, right? Does he have any detection? Apart from... Okay, so he has a robo, but not yet an observatory. Which means if this drops exactly on the cannon, it could kill this and then kill the Nexus. And if that happens, like 3 base against 1, dude, make probes. Okay, that's one of the things that I think Yeti told me when I started playing Brood War and trying to play well. I'm not saying I play well, but that was like the first thing he said. Like, if you're not doing probes, I don't care about anything else that you tell me. Just make probes. He's gonna get it right. Yeah. And now, dude, the Nexus. Just go for the Nexus. Oh man. Just go for the Nexus. Yes. Is he gonna get it? I think no. He should get it. Yeah, he's getting it. Alright. So that's gonna be big. Now we have a High Templar and Dragoon drop. Stop! Why? Why are you doing this? Like, okay, well, I guess a High Templar is worth it, but he's gonna have the obs now. Yeah. And now you're not gonna get the Nexus. I mean, I guess that's so... The good thing about having so few probes here is that when you get Storm dropped, you don't lose that many, I guess. I mean, look at the probe count. You have 3 Nexuses, and you have less probes. Well, you just lost a good amount, so I guess that's fair, but... God damn it. And you didn't even get the Nexus! Why did you want to go after a few High Templars? Get the Nexus! Damn, I'm getting upset at this game. I'm sorry. I should be more positive. I mean, 2 High Templars are still, you know, a decent amount of damage, so that's, I guess, fine. The amount of time that the economy was delayed because he was not gathering from it is also good, so I guess it's fine. Okay. So this base has only 1 cannon, and he's gonna come in here. Oh! Ow! Ow! That hurts. I mean, are they going to storm drop themselves to death like this? Because they both are likely. They really want to keep storm dropping and doing things like these, right? Which, by the way, like, defending against storm drops is really hard in PvP. Like, I don't like that in PvP defending. Anyway, so we got another storm drop coming in. It's going to try to go to the natural. There are a lot of probes in here, right? So from the side of Fischei, he's on 2 bases, so his probe saturation is much more concentrated than what Razz has. So if he gets a good storm drop here, that's going to hurt a lot. Whereas that storm drop here, well, that storm drop here, it hurts, but not that much. Okay, he has an obs in position, so he should be able to see it in time. Yeah, doesn't really do that much. Should have dropped this out first. Yeah, it doesn't do that much. He's still ahead in supply. He has still more. Oh, juicy! Juicy Stormu! Oh! It's coming! It's coming! It's coming! Ah! Wait! There's gonna be more. He's gonna. Oh! Yeah. Oh! I don't know why, but I just love seeing that happen. Anyway, a lot of probes went down now for Fischei. He really lost a lot of probes. He's now going to go to the 3rd. He's probably going to get it. If the probes are saved, however, this still puts Razz in a really good position. Obviously, supplies do tell the tale, but... So, come on, save the probes. Save the probes. Okay, he's not. Now he is. Okay. Alright. No, well, he doesn't manage to save any of them because they all get stormed. But, yeah, this army's dead. Zealot, Archon, Dragoon, High Templar against just Dragoon. Oh, good storm. He might get the Nexus, but for the price of the entire army. Yeah, so he does get the Nexus, but look at how much army he lost. He's half the supply now. He is getting his 3rd. Realistically, unless Razz just decides not to attack. Oh, there is a DT, so he needs an observer there. Is there an observer somewhere there? No. He doesn't have an observer. He needs an obs. So, until he has an obs, yes, he can't really attack. That actually can be really good for Fischei. He needs that extra time. He really needs it. Now, Razz is still ahead a lot in supply. He's ahead in probes. He has a lot of minerals in the bank, so Yeah, he's just gonna take a third on the other location, which I think it's off location a little bit. But nah, it's fine. But the thing is, this is buying fischei a lot of time, but he's still not ahead in terms of like the economy. Like his probe saturation is still lower, which means he still is not producing as fast. So yeah. Oh my god, is that going to work? Are you kidding me? 2, 13 kills. Okay, relatively quick reaction, otherwise this could be disastrous. Alright, so we still have a relatively high supply lead for Razz, and he does get his third. He still has more probes, however, this has equalized a lot quicker than you'd expect, because once you have 3 Nexi, you can equalize this pretty well. One key element is the army composition and upgrades, so 1 armor, not a great army composition, not great army composition either, so both are okay. This one I believe is better, just that 1 armor just makes a whole of a bit difference. And upgrades for fischei are 2 on attack, that's better, still lower the supply though. And yeah, see, takes the high ground, just take the high ground and send enough to kill this, and this army can, yeah, that should be game. I don't see this army ever getting through this. Look at that. Nope. Once you take this high ground, the other player, well, okay, also, yeah, Razz had a supply lead, but this high ground is very important. So that should be pretty much it. Once he gets into the eco line, that should be it. I mean, at this point, probably that's it. Okay, nice. Probes get killed. Big supply lead. Natural is gone. Storms a few zealots, why not? Has a third here and a fourth, but no probes anywhere. Okay. It's about that time to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Again 8 gates, but not enough economy, and this was only on 7 gates. Yeah, this was 7. 3, 3, and 7. So 1 gate less and still a massive amount in supply because of how the game went with a double expansion, which was weird. There were a lot of weird things happening in this game, so. Okay, so it looks like Razz is going to be the one that is going to be taking. Oh, nah, that's too low, too little on me now. GG. So unfortunately, fischei is going to be dropping down, and he's not going to be advancing. And this will give one more opportunity for Razz to be able to advance. So let's go into that in a minute. However, I will ask you guys for a very short break. It's gonna be like 1 minute. So I'm not even gonna start putting music because you really don't need it. I just need to check something real quick. So give me a second and I'll be right back with you. That's it. That's as much time as I need. So let's get to the next game. I told you it was quick. It was gonna be quick. Alright, so last set. So this is going to be for the finals. It's going to be Razz versus Art of Turtle. Now, honestly, when I started thinking about this group, short side note, I was thinking there's too many Protoss, one Zug. It's not gonna be, that much interesting matches. They were actually pretty decent. I actually enjoyed a lot of them. They're not like maybe the highest level matches, but they're interesting, so I like seeing them. So let's go to the last one. This is going to be, by the way, this is the last set also for today. So after this, I'm gonna be leaving, and I do need to find out how to host someone after this. I'll find out that later. But let's go to the first game, and it's going to be on Whiteout. It's going to be Art of Turtle against Razz. Alright, give me a second, so I'll just check and change the players and the scores real quick. And I also need to change Escalade to Whiteout. It's gonna be Razz versus... Oh, no, wrong. There we go. AOT. And we're gonna have a 0-0 score right now. So, we're gonna be having, let's see, Art of Turtle is going to be the light blue Zerg at the bottom center-ish location of Whiteout. His opponent is going to be on the darker blue. We might actually change this. Yeah, better this way. So we're gonna have Razz as the red Protoss at the top, at the almost 9 o'clock position, and his opponent Art of Turtle close to the 6 o'clock position. PvZ, Razz is already gonna be starting with his pylon. Let's see when we do get. Let's see, that's the Overlord. Let's see if Art of Turtle goes as he likes to do with Overpool. So let's wait for that and figure that out. And yeah, here we go. So, Overpool. Something that it seems like he really likes to do this, so that's perfectly fine. Now the question is going to be, the scout you can see from Razz is going to the wrong position, while the Overlord is going to the correct position. We're going to have the pylon first here, and then Forge. Obviously you don't see your opponent here. You need to assume that you will need the Forge, so you continue with the Forge. And let's see, let's wait until we see something more. So let's see what about the drone. The drone last time actually hid here so that the probe wouldn't see it. Yeah, seems like Art of Turtle likes to do this. Very good, very good. It's a relatively smart move to do. This doesn't cost you anything. It costs you 1 mineral chip, maybe, but it allows you to have a higher chance of doing this. Our pros will just check straight up here, but it's not as common. Alright, so we do have the first the cannon. Let's see if Razz checks the eggs and what is coming out of them, and how long the probe is going to stay alive. Again, these are standard things that are important for the probes, for the Protoss to do properly. Okay. We do have the gas. This is a very early gas. It comes before the third hatchery. So, here's the third hatchery. By the way, this is a hatchery that is on a location of, as you can see, more closer to one another in terms of the bases. He's not going for this one, which is farther away from the Protoss. He's going for one that's more of the forward. Generally speaking, this almost always means Hydras, but we've seen a few games out of Art of Turtle. He does like his Hydras, so that's not really that surprising. He's not getting link speed yet, and he's also... Wait. No, okay, I was thinking that he had too little gas, but no. So, still no gas. This probe is really trying to figure out whether there is going to be a layer coming up. Okay, it should scout it. And on the other side, we do have the core right away started slightly after the layer. Alright. Kind of funky wall, to be honest. There's a lot of a gap here for Razz. Okay. And we do have a Zealot coming up, a few probes being produced, and the probe is still alive. So the probe is still alive, it's still getting more information. We do have the third hatchery being finished. That probe is actually living a long life in the Zerg's main. Okay, so speed, about halfway done. No +1 yet. And no Stargate yet The Stargate is actually quite delayed right now. Basically, if you look at this, you put the guy, I guess, here. The Stargate. Oh, he might. Oh my God! Does he not have a place to just put the Stargate? Does it not fit? No. Yeah. It's a bit of a late Stargate because you can see that this. I was gonna say you can see that the spire is basically started, but the thing is the probe saw enough information that the courser timing is more for knowing whenever you need it. Now let's see, Out of Turtle is still staying on one gas, so unlikely for him to go Mutas. It can be, but it's unlikely. And on top of that, we don't see yet the additional. We don't see the additional hatcheries just yet. Oh, there's one. Okay. Stargate is finished. Let's see. No +1 for the coursers. No coursers being... There we go. So first courser, so far no +1. There is a cannon here. Interesting, nice placement. It defends the mineral line, the Stargate, and the score. And not exactly the gas from Mutas, but it defends a good amount of things here. So pretty nice. Another hatchery here. Standard Evo chamber for our friend Out of Turtle. Hydroden, speed straight up. We have 4 Scourges, just like he tends to play. They're the first courser coming up. And let's see if the courser is sniped. Scourges went sort of the wrong way, but they should. Come on, friend. Like, there's a courser. Oh, there we go. Alright, so that's the +1. Oh! Like, that's... Okay, that's fine. Like, for a second there I thought he would not get... Oh, no! Oh, that's bad. That's 2 coursers down. That's really bad. There's 2 guesses. Like, realistically, you could honestly go Mutas now. Like, at this point, Mutas would probably kill the Protoss. After losing 2 courses. Probably. But no, Out of Turtle, no, he likes his Hydras. Oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6 hatch Hydra with +1 and speed for the Overlords. Again, so this is... Out of Turtle really likes to play this heavy Hydra style. Now, it has worked for him in the past, so I guess why not? I do think it's kind of risky to run that. Especially if somebody does figure out you play this way, because it does have some specific ways to be countered. Although it's kind of versatile and very flexible, it's not perfect. Anyway, so far nothing more. We do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gates. Remember that when other Protosses were playing, they were adding a lot of gateways, and they were barely capable of making this happen. So 5 gates is a bit on the low end. Now, also, in previous games, this was not that quick. Out of Turtle was not expanding that quickly. So that's another thing to take into consideration. And finally, the Storms did a lot at the beginning, before any fight started, when other Protosses were playing against Out of Turtle. So this is important to note, because in this instance there are less gateways, so there's going to be probably less production just of stray units. The 4th base is a lot quicker, and there we go. That's my man. That's what you want. Just make 15 Mutas kill this. Not only that, but he's adding more hatcheries. He's adding more hatcheries, more drones. This is actually quite nice, because Mutas are expensive, right? But they're not larva intensive. You made a 4th. You know that with Mutas you can do something. Wait, he only got 5? Alright, no, that's still little. You need like 8, right? 5 is nothing. Well, okay. 5 is not good. 5 is not good. You need more. But anyway, he could snipe High Templars. If he had like 7 or 8, he could just start sniping High Templars here. But what I was trying to say is that it's very smart because you get expensive units that can do quite a lot if used correctly, and then you can spend the additional larva on the drones to saturate your fort. Now, whoa, what the hell is going on there? Oh, what the hell? Everybody's a traitor. The Zerg just flies through today, and the Protoss just storms himself. I kind of love that kind of stuff when it happens. Okay, so and another hatchery. I don't think you're breaking this, my dude. Even with storms like that, at least you get some drones. Please don't tell me he's gonna break him. Like, if that wins, I wouldn't flip my desk because there's too much stuff on it. It's just way too heavy. But it's like, come on, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hatches. 9 against. Well, okay, there's more gateways now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's still 1 hatch more than the gateways, but so +1. It seems like the evolution chamber got killed. There is another replacement evo chamber in the main. It's not upgrading at this point. 4th base is up. He has rebuilt the drones on the 3rd, although the 3rd is kind of low in terms of the economy, so you do need to get another base relatively quickly. Seems like the process is also going to be getting this one, which again runs out faster. This and this still has some economy, so this is actually a 3-base Protoss for a while. That's kind of scary for the Zerg. And in terms of the upgrades, we also seem to have only 1 forge, so that's fine. Whoa. Okay. You probably don't want to engage into this as a Zerg. I don't think you want to engage into this. Whoa. Are you kidding me? What the hell was that? What just happened? Why would you engage into that with like 1 group of Hydras and like 7 or 8 lurkers? That was a mistake. That was a really big mistake. I don't like that at all. He killed a lot of zealots. Yes. But I don't know. I don't like that. Okay, so 5th base from the Zerg. That's actually really nice. Again, this location is going to be drained out of minerals relatively quickly, so we're actually still going to be probably on about 3 bases, 4 bases. Nice. I really like this one. This can do actually a lot. On top of that, you are actually coming to a storm, so that's actually good too. Nice, really good storms. Zerg still can rebuild all of those drones without too much of a hiccup. That's the problem. But this is slowing them down, and as the Protoss with this, you have the opportunity to build up additional. Is he going to try to get this? Does he have energy for that? Come on. No, probably doesn't have energy. That would be really... If he stormed this, that would be actually really damn good. So, Razz is actually getting a really good composition based on the fact that he's buying so much time with killing those drones. If he kills a few more, he might actually have enough of an army lead that he might win the game, straight up. Taking the 4th in here, I mean... It's not better than taking this one, I believe, because this one and having your army here already protects it naturally. Alright, kills the observers. you can storm. Alright, that's another good storm. Okay, he doesn't move the shuttle away. You might notice now. Alright, that's fine. Alright, that's another a few Lurkers donations. Really nice. Might be able to just break through here now. Okay, never mind that. Probably not. You don't break that, right? Oh, these clumps of Lurkers constantly being put all together. I don't think you break this. Good damage though. Good damage on the economy, although there still is actually a lot of... As I say, no, there is not anymore. Upgrades, 1, 2. Ooh, taking a lot of damage there. Again, a lot of bases being put everywhere right now. These players are expanding a lot more than the previous games. Protoss is not using the top yet. He's still trying to push here. Taking a lot of damage there, a lot of workers dead. Yeah, when they're not in position trying to walk up to Dragoons, no. You need to attack with this. Zerglings with workers tend to work much better though. Okay. While all of this is going on, the Protoss is securing this base. He should probably retreat at this point. Although, getting that hatchery, that's not really worth it. Like, there's not enough money here to be really that important. And there's a lot of hatches here. But Zerg is taking additional bases here. Okay, more cannons. And you're gonna lose all the High Templars now. That's an expensive loss. All of those High Templars right now being killed here, that's an expensive loss. When you lose that many high-tech units, and you are rebuilding probably, yes, what is basically Dragoon High Templar, that's a risky situation. Now, wait, is that hatch gonna see this? Because they see that. I don't think so. I don't think they are in vision. Nope, it seems they were. So, okay, so this base might actually be taken down. Let's see. Alright. This High Templar, how many kills does he have? It's only 8. Damn it, I thought it was like the High Templar that was like flying around all the game and killing a lot, but now it doesn't seem like it. Wait. Protoss, okay. Protoss just wins. Honestly, I thought this game would go longer. +2, +2. Probes. Well, yeah, yes, I guess that the army supply is kind of a big, but I didn't think it was that big. I thought this like actually killed like enough army of the Protoss to, you know, continue producing and continue playing the game. Well, it's not. So Razz will take the game number 1 on whiteout. And this means that Art of Turtle needs to win the next one, or he is out. I believe he's out. So, excuse me. Next game is going to be on Neo Sulfid, and let's get to it. Okay. So, game number 2. We're going to have... Give me a second, so I'll change the score for all of you to see. Let me see. Okay. So, Razz is going to be up 1. Alright, it's going to have Neo Sulfid. So, top 12 o'clock location, we're going to have Art of Turtle as the blue Zerg. His opponent is going to be Razz, who's up the first game. He needs 1 more to be, well, go to the next round. And he's going to be Red Protoss at the about 8.5 hour location. So, 3-player map. We do have the Paladin at the front, it seems. Nothing crazy. And the scout from the Zerg is also going to be in the right location. Let's see if the probe sees... yeah, they see each other. If you pay attention, he obviously saw it. Alright. Okay. So, next thing that we know of. There we go. So, scouting there. Let's see. It seems like it's an overpull again. So, out of turtle staying with his star. Gonna get scouted. But this time, the drone on the natural was not in location because this was a fairly quick scout. So, yep, seems like Razz wants to slow down the natural expansion of Out of Turtle. So we see for... Can you put a pylon here? No, right? No, there's that. Okay. I was like, if you put a pylon here, don't you just wall out the Zerg from getting in? Because it was in Tau Cross, right? Where you could just do that, and the Zerg just couldn't get out with the drone. Alright, so Zerg gets the natural pretty quickly. It's not really delayed that much. But that's fine. And, alright, we're gonna have 2 Zerglings, a drone. Cannon is here from Razz, who's going to be taking on 13 his Nexus. Alright, he's scouting with the probe. Sees the 2 Lings. Let's see if he confirms the amount of drones that are being made. Right, everything seems fine here. And let's see how long this probe survives. Mostly it's kind of the really important point to keep in mind, because I do believe that at this point, like Razz has shown, he can keep the probe alive for a very long time. Careful about that. He has shown that he can keep the probe alive for a very long time if the Zerg doesn't commit to something like speed or more links. Obviously, sometimes you can make a mistake and get it killed, but this is really good for Razz in general, because getting that information is just, you don't overspend and things like additional cannons that you don't need. That's really, really good for him. And he did win the last game, so that's always something to also consider. Anyway, that being said, let's see. So, probe is already going out. The thing is, once the probe goes out of here, you can just put the links here and they might not be able to get in. He probably just wants to scout where the 3rd is. So, this is understandable. Let's see. This is going to the wrong way, but let's see if he actually manages to get to where we know that he needs to get, which is here. He's checking this place. He sees that there's nothing here. While this is going on, he has taken his gas. He is making his core. We do have... Oh, no. Oh, no. We don't have a lair. Oh, because the gas was very delayed. You can see this is a 4th hatchery before the gas was made. Huh. Now, obviously in this instance, you're not going to have the Scourges on time to stop a Corsair. But the question is, as a Protoss, if you see this, do you really want to go Corsairs? Generally speaking, you kind of need them eventually anyway, so you might as well try to get something out of it, but there is a Hydra Den instead of that. 4-hatch Hydra by Zerg. We don't see Hydras being produced yet, so this is not an extremely all-in-ish kind of build. Also, the probe did see all of this, so... And we have 6 links now. Do they get speed? No. So links are not getting speed this time. It seems like all of the gas is going straight into the Hydras and in their upgrades. Okay. We still don't see any Hydras being built. There's more drones coming up. Now the lair is coming up. So this is not an attack. This is more a way of saying, I want to make more economy really quickly, and I will make Hydras anyway. So I'll slow down my lair, I'll slow down my my tech. I will not have a Spire, which is important. But instead of that, I'm just going to have a lot of economy. Now, you can see Razz already defending himself with cannons. He has only a Templar sorry, a citadel of a unit. He's getting movement speed. He's getting +1 attack, which should finish. I believe it should finish. But he's getting a massive ground attack, so he's committing to just a... Okay, there's the Templar Archives. So he wants the speed, but he will get the Templar Archives really quickly as well. Alright. We already are producing Hydras. 4? How many do we have here? 8. 10. No, we're still producing drones. Okay, so I'm guessing the Hydras are mostly to defend against the possible Corsair, since, yeah, he doesn't know that there are no Corsairs coming, so he made a few Hydras preemptively thinking, oh, I need to probably some defense against Corsairs. He doesn't actually need it. Okay, so +1, 4 gateways. Okay, let's see how that works. I'm not really sure that that is a good idea, because 4 gateways against this, it's just... You need a lot of army to be able to actually attack into a Zerg that has invested so heavily into economy. Oh, and even lurkers at 7 minutes coming up. There's 2, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 hatcheries, lurkers. No upgrades this time. Yeah. Damn it. Yeah. So pretty much exactly the same as last time, only this time that he has decided to completely skip the Spire and just build Hydras. Okay. No Corsair coming up. Now we have an additional 2 gateways coming up from Razz. That could be better. Yes, that could be a lot better, but you still will need, obviously, the Observer for the lurkers. We don't see yet any any robotics, so... And a cannon in the main. See, this is one of the problems when you play this way, right? You really don't know if there's a Spire that has finished 30 seconds ago, and there's about to be 12 mutas flying into your main. You can't tell. In this instance, this is good. My boy, I love this. Always love the Dark Archon. Usually, if you're playing this kind of style without Corsairs, you kind of have to have a Dark Archon, because one muta switch and you're dead. Like, if you have a massive Zealot, Archon, High Templar army, yes, mutas probably aren't the problem, but you're not going to build that army right now. So, unfortunately for him, the Dark Archon is not going to be catching any mutas. And that means the only thing it can catch is going to be Hydras. Now that's good. You can kill a lot of Hydras with a good Maelstrom, and then after that is Storm. But that's a lot of things to control at the same time. And on top of that, do we have drop? Ooh, that's gonna be good. On top of that, we have lurkers. Still don't see a robotics, right? More gates. Yeah, no robotics. You're about to get lurker drop. Oh, about now. Yeah, okay. So he's just waiting for it. Okay, so you're about to get lurker dropped. You don't have a robotics. There is the robotics. So by the time you get out, there are going to be 4 bases really heavily mining. Jeez, 50 drones. Okay, so he gets the kills here, and here we go. He should put 2 into the natural and straight go to the main with the other 2, just because just slowing down this is enough. Alright, he's moving out. That's 1. Observatory is done. Nope. Yeah, so even if you don't actually kill any probes, right? Which he does kill a few. Oh, don't lose this lurker, dude. You really want... Wait, did that shot just miss? There was a shot that missed there. That's awesome. I love that. Anyway, so this thing, the reason why this is bad for the Protoss is because this is now chaos. This is chaos in his base. Getting all of this back to where it's supposed to be, the probes to their like, this is chaos, right? By the time he gets out now, look at how much Zerg has managed to achieve in terms of army, in terms of economy, in terms of, you know, the additional bases, just setting up his groups correctly. He's been supplied based on this. So yeah, so that's about it. This should be like, I don't see this being a win for the pros anyways. Like, once the Zerg has more supply than you, unless you're Bonneth or something like that, it's highly unlikely you can get a win. So 1, 2, 3, 4 High Templars. They don't have the Kydarian Amulet. That's unfortunate, because that's an additional 4 storms. Oh, is he going to get a Maelstrom? No, but he gets a really good storm, which is good too. He's going to have 2 Maelstroms. I mean, maybe there's a dream. Perfect Maelstroms, perfect storms. Let's see. Oh, is it a drop? Ah, no. But the pros thinks it is. Haha. And now he's killing the item. That's... Wait, that doesn't actually work. But that would be a really smart move. Fake a drop and then snipe them. We're gonna go... Ah, there's a good Maelstrom. But that's not gonna be enough. You see, the supply is still ahead from it. Look at the Zerg. He doesn't have even half of his army fighting, and he's still pretty much holding. 1-0, 1-0, so upgrades are... Actually, this is in favor of the Zerg based on how fast the Zergs attack. So, yeah. And supply is still out for the Zerg. He kills all of the expensive units of the Protoss. The third base should not be allowed to get taken. Why are you not first killing this? Yeah, first kill that. I think. Yeah. Like, you shouldn't be able to kill this. Yeah, just kill the third. And look at the Protoss. He still forgot to transfer the probes to his main, because the amount of chaos that was happening here made him forget that he needs to transfer back the probes from the natural. He has a lot of probes, he's forgot about that. So, ouch. That's really, really good though from the Zerg's perspective. Just managed to fake a drop, attack, so that the probes will completely forget this. Oh, there we go. Alright. Finally, yeah, this is a big supply. This is a 5th base for Out of Total. Definitely Out of Total likes this one, because it's been going really well for him. So it's going to... That means we are going to 1-1, and we're going to be going to... Well, our last game. Like, that's a guarantee, right? We're going to our last game, which is going to be the 3rd game between Out of Turtle and Razz, and it will decide which one of these 2 players gets to continue and which one doesn't. So, important map for both of them. And this is going to be on La Mancha. Alright? So, let's go. Let's go. Okay, so let me set everything first. And we're going to have La Mancha. There we go. Alright, I actually need to return to normal colors because otherwise it's not working properly. So everything's set, let's do this. So, we're gonna have Out of Turtle at the bottom right location. Give me a second. As the green Zerg. And his opponent, the blue Protoss at the top left, Razz. 1-1, last game for both of these players. Whoever makes it, whoever wins this one makes it, and the other one doesn't. Okay, both are going to scout in the right direction. Pylon at the front, natural. Is the Overlord going to see the probe? Yes. Okay. I have an Overlord. And let's see if this is, again, going to be an overpull. In this location, by the way, if you look at how they are located, the direct path is good for both players, but in general, I think it could favor the Protoss because he could take this third and have a direct push to the Protoss, to the Zerg. But it's not really guaranteed. Just as a concept, I would consider this to favor. However, Mutas, yeah, Mutas could be an issue. Now, we've not really seen Out of Turtle play Mutas, so I am guessing it's not a factor, but okay. He's gonna go with that drone to the third, I presume. But where is he going? Okay. This is interesting. Like he was going for the other natural, it seems. That's really far away on this map, so that would be surprising because he's been playing with close bases for a while now. Okay, we got Ling, drone, and drone. Oh, we got Nexus before cannon. Okay. Well, to be honest, Turtle has been mostly just making 2 Lings. But these 2 Lings might get into the main. They might get into the main. Yep. That's a problem. That's a problem. A really big problem. Oh man. And it seems like Out of Turtle is not going to be controlling this incorrectly. Oh, don't. Whoa. Careful, bro. So, 3 bases are coming up. This is the most important point, obviously, but 3 bases are coming up from this. Like, he could actually just go for speed now. No Zealots still being built. Every time he does this, he's buying so much additional time for himself, for anything that he wants to do. This is always really painful. You can see 3, 4, 5 probes every single time going back. Zerg is already getting his lair. Yeah. Look where the lair is. Look where the core is. There is no core. And he has money enough. He has money for it. It's just this pressure has really, really crippled him. Really crippled him. Oh man. Okay. Even like, honestly, at this point, I don't think it matters. Yeah. There's no core. There's still no core. This. And now is a cannon. Well, Out of Turtle losing a little bit of control here, yeah. I mean, the probe does see the lair, right? Look where the core is starting around the time when the spire is going to be starting, so. Yep, there's the spire. I don't know how you're supposed to deal with this now. Because the problem now is that you need to make basically cannons. Oh my god. You see that, guys? That could straight up get him killed. If it was like knew this, that would straight up kill him. Anyway, so we've got Zerglings. 3 Zealots are going to be trying to put some counter pressure. And by the way, the second guess was not taken. So even though the Spire is, you know, going to be finished really quickly compared to the Stargate, like really quickly, that doesn't necessarily mean that Mutas will be made and will win the game. Again, no second guess generally suggests no Mutas. There are a few Zealots coming in here, 3 Zealots. I hope he will deal with this properly because Like he made himself. The Zerg made such a big lead for himself that losing now because of that would be really annoying. He's actually dealing a surprising amount of damage with these 3 zealots. Okay, so we have more links coming up. We have more hatcheries coming up. Yeah, you see, because of the problem with the late Corsairs, the Protoss has to make additional cannons, which means he cannot do additional gateways, which means everything is delayed. Everything. It doesn't matter what the other player does. You're still in a problem. Still in a big problem. You can just run through, right? Just run through. Yeehaw! Get the cannon. And he's gonna get the second cannon. And he's not gonna start killing probes. Damn. Yeah, this one. One muta. One muta. Yeah, that's not enough. Obviously. Well, he did mute us. So, Art of Turtle eventually did mute us, and is gonna straight up win the game. I mean, I've had games like these. They really feel bad, but yeah, 2 lings. 2 lings, it's all it takes, and that's enough. You're just dead. It just mounts up over time, and as much as I was really hoping that, you know, the game would continue, because I'd like to see how the Protoss could manage this. GG. No way. Yeah. Oh, wow. They are very hard, but yeah, just links. Just blood links. I'm actually a bit sad for Razz, because he did play really good games, and this last loss, it really feels painful. Really feels like a painful loss. So, congratulations to Art of Turtle. Unfortunately, Razz, yeah, that was really unfortunate in the last game. So, anyway, that would be it for me. We have 1 Protoss and 1 Zerg advancing in a group which had 3 Protoss and 1 Zerg. Okay, but pretty fun games. There were a few games that I particularly enjoyed, and I'm actually happy to have been able to cast this. A bit tired, but happy as well. So that will be it for me, guys. I will leave a few minutes of music just to close up the stream, but that is going to be Art is the best. Yes. Oh wait, Art or AOT, because that's also the other one. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Maybe I will be able to do this again. Maybe we'll have some other races of the games. If you have any things that you would like to comment, something to change the audio a little bit, this higher, this lower, something like that, let me know in the chat, and see you next time.